1, 2, check the mic. 1, 2, mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2, mic check. Test the mic. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Test the mic. 1, 2. Check the mic. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. All right, the sound looks great, I think. All right, let's do some entertainment here so we can get back down to business. Get down to business. All right, guys, welcome to Voice of Sinoe. Saturday edition here. We are coming your way with the latest training issues in and out of the US. And so I'd like you to share the link for me as we get into a brilliant, a fantastic program this afternoon from my end here, Voice of Sinoe. All right, let's see. Let's get to quaint traditional music here. Let's see what she has for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marie Nyanambo. I'm one of the Liberia Traditional Musical Award nominees. You guys vote for me out there. See you in Liberia. I know you will vote for me because I have my fan down there. Vote for me. See you. Give it to me, to me, baby. Give me some instrumental, G-man. I can fight. Huh? Put to a portable queen. Soon I call it. Give it to me, baby. Andrew, come on, son. Take one now, you're in your nyayo. Take one on the, you're in your polio, belly. Take one on the bone, you're in your polio.
All right, Nyani. Nobody knows the future. So you have to be very careful what you say, what you do, whatever stage of life you are right now. Welcome to Voice of Sinoe, ladies and gentlemen. Your host of one of the Sinoe-based platform in the diaspora. That give me the show that gives you a panoramic perspective of things. All right, so welcome to all of you. Again, we're coming to you live from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. We are coming to you from the city of the Liberty Bell, the city where the founding fathers of the United States are. I don't know why there are no mothers, but we are not up for that right now. But welcome to all of you. We have a wonderful show today coming your way. And so I want you to do me a big favor as you get on. All you have to do is to share the link for me. You can also follow the show live on YouTube as well. You can follow us. We are live now on YouTube. You can also follow the show from there. All right, great. My cheerleader, welcome. Osiris, welcome. Namayana, welcome on board. Motown, welcome on board. Let's see here. Frank, welcome on board. I'm seeing a lot of you here. I can see everybody's names, so if you are following, just I want to say welcome you in a special way. I really appreciate you leaving all your other activities to join us into the program. So let's get started here quickly. All right, so what do I have for you today on the Voice of Sinoe? We have a lot to cover today. And so we're going to go a little bit rapidly. We'll be a little fast with the talking points, but, last week we had a lot of guests on the show, so we can't cover a lot of stuff right now. So when we have a solo show, we'll have a long agenda, but we'll do our best to abbreviate the agenda. All right, so we can go into we'll be able to cover the talking points and also not to make the show too long. All right, let's see here. We want to just take the preliminary out of the way. Okay, so we want to just give you a quick reminder here. Today is the 31st of July, I think, if I'm correct with that. So July 31st, what that means is August is around the corner. The National Convention of the United Southwood Association in Americas is right around the corner. Let me bring my microphone a little closer so you can get my melodious voice. Yeah. So this week, next week, Jacksonville will be the place to be. All right. So you have to get ready now. If you have not done your finishing touches, this is time to do so. If you are not gotten a place of accommodation, If you are not gotten transportation, this is the week that you have to do so. Because if you procrastinate, chances are that you might not get a place to stop. Because from the local things, Jacksonville would be exceptionally packed. All right, because people have been calling Voices Sinoe to gather information. The ladies that are planning, the chair lady, Margie Smith, and the lady who is taking care of the ticketing department, she has been purchasing ticket. I mean, as a result of that, she developed a backache recently. So that tells you how well attended this convention is. And the reason this convention is getting this sort of momentum is because, you see, when the people voices are not being listened to, if the people give you their authority and then you want to contravene what they tell you, they get angry. They protest by telling you that what you are doing, it is not in your favor. They are not supporting you. And so because of the inability of the former president to listen to the people are protesting now. They're saying, sir, we're going to send you a robust message by going to Florida to make our decision. Because our prior convention in North Dakota, it was unanimously agreed that our next convention should be held in Florida. So going against that is tantamount to disrespecting us. And therefore, we're going to protest against you to go to Florida. And this is exactly what you are going to see this August, this beginning the 5th. And that's why the people are purchasing tickets. People that have not attended convention before since they were born, they are now calling the Department of Ticketing to secure a ticket for them because they want to go to the convention to air their views, to express their frustration, to tell the people that it is not in the interest for the organization agenda to be held hostage for 10 months over frivolity, over something that can be solved with relative ease. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not purchased your ticket, get whatever you have to do right now. Get it ready. Call the relevant people. If you have in a chapter, you may contact the authority, the president of your local chapter, so that they can help you. North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, North Dakota, North Carolina, Florida, I mean, everywhere. So if you are in a state where there is no chapter, all you have to do is call the states that have chapter and you will get the relevant information that you need. All right, so that's it. Florida is ready. We are set to go. Now, let's get to something else here. Like I said, we have a long agenda here. And so let me just take the baby steps, baby stuff on the way first. All right, so at this time, I just want to do a shout out to my daughter. She celebrated her birthday, 21st birthday, a couple of days ago. My gorgeous daughter, Virginia Zarzar, if you like framing now. Virginia celebrated her birthday is right at gorgeous. You know, that's how I call the mutation of the gene of her DNA of dark side Puda, you know. So Virginia, I'm so excited and proud of you. Things are difficult. Liberia is a difficult country to be away from me. But, you know, in the struggle, in that tough country, you are still doing your best to maintain yourself. You guys, the last time I went there, and I did my best to at least spend some time. But I'm doing everything so that one of these days we'll be together. But I want to say happy 21st birthday to you. And you guys are doing well. You are in school. I mean, at your age, I wasn't in college yet, and you guys are now in college. I want to say in a special way, happy birthday to my daughter, Virginia ESOTERIC. All right, so that's my daughter. Quick shout out to her. Just want to get that out of the way. Let's get to the next thing here that I want to do. I also want to do a happy wedding anniversary to my my friend, And when I say friend, I'm using that word not in a superficial context. I'm using it profoundly. There are people use friends, they use that word friend, just ordinarily. But I'm not using it in the ordinary sense. I mean, like a friend, like somebody who is who shared a biological link. This is somebody I can confide in. Osiris GOWAH and his beautiful wife. They celebrated their wedding anniversary, and I was still in our wedding. So anything that participates in, it comes out to be good. And also, I just want to say it in a special way, comrade. This is it's noteworthy. This is admirable. Um, that's what we need. Those of us in the West, we see how these people out here they live. Even though our culture is different when it comes to marriage, our culture, African culture, is starkly different from what the people do out here. So, depending on your new environment, you have to tailor your way of doing things. So if you have, say, for example, we subscribe to our philosophy where we do plural marriage, you have multiple, it will have economic strain on you in the West. It doesn't work that way. So the brother came and made a choice, and his wife, they're happy, taking care of their kids and doing what they got to do. So Mr. Chairman, he's the chairman for the planning convention committee. Cyrus and his wife want to say happy wedding anniversary to you, brother. And I can say sister as well. All right, that's Osiris right there. Now let's get to something else I want to talk about here. Now let's get on a tragic note here. I want to get on a tragic note. Let's see. On a tragic note. This one, I'm sad. I'm sad because they say the seed is what grows into a new plant, and so just as the seed grows into a new plant, a new tree, it's the same way the youth, the young people of every country, every society, they are the lifeblood of that country or of whatever environment you are in. And so Sinoe County is bereaved. A young man, a man who should have carried the gavel, the baton, so economic liberation. The man who was fighting to getting our people from the mire of poverty has passed away. Sinoe County is bereaved. And so Mark Norman was a young man. If you follow the politics of Sinoe County, during the 2017 presidential and congressional elections in Liberia, like all the electoral districts in the Republic of Liberia, Sinoe County electoral district number 3 had an election. And that election was robustly contested. There were many forces that participated. And one of the guys who participated was Reverend SHADRACH KOLO. And he was one of the major contenders to Mr. Zaza. But however, at the end of the day, it was called by NEC that Mr. Zaza won the election. NEC is the National Election Commission, okay? And so they declared Mr. Zaza the victor of that election. Now, certain people don't like defeat. They don't like somebody to win them. When somebody wins, because they do not understand the word competition. Competition is where people, they contest for something. They show their strength. They show their talent. They exert they put forth, articulate their ideas. And so 2017, Reverend KOLO and the other guys, they went around and campaigned the same way Mr. Zaza campaigned. And at the final analysis, when it went to the ballot box, Mr. Zaza was declared the winner. Now, when Mr. Zaza won the election, his supporters started to jubilate. They were excited. You got to understand, it's Sinoe County Electoral District number 3. Every town, village, hamlet, city, will have city in that place. The people were galvanized over the victory of Mr. Zaza. And so the supporters of Mr. Zaza in Common Town, those in Billable Creek, they were in the spirit of euphoria as any other guys would have been had they won the election. And so the guys started to jubilate. They started dancing. They went to the next town, Common Town. Unfortunately, our brothers and sisters on the other side, under the political tutelage of political aegis of Mr. KOLO, the guys, Mr. KOLO did not politically train his supporter. And so the guys plunged that process into chaos. Okay, this is Reverend KOLO right here. His supporters, that jubilant occasion, that program, that the process that you are in it happily, it degenerated into chaos. And so our brother Mark Norman, sorry, the picture I'm about to show you is a little graphic, but I must show you this. And so the guys got angry. They said, why Mr. Zaza supporters came in their territory as though this was a rebel war we are fighting. No, it's political competition. Somebody got to win. All right. This one, you can't have a tie. Okay. So the guys got angry. That process degenerated into chaos and people throwing stones. As a consequence, a son of Sinoe County, the brother who was jubilating, he was a supporter of Honorable Zaza. The guy was victimized in the process. Sorry for that graphic image. That's Mark Norman. That's when the guys, they unfortunately punched up his side. All right, that's Mark Norman. This young man has been living with grief and agony and pain. And I don't know for sure what led to his demise. Today, Mark Norman passed away. And that is very sad. It's sad for Sinoe County. It's a young man right there. We do not know for sure. We do not know for sure what led to his death, but unfortunately, we got the news today that Mark Norman passed away. And so Sinoe is sad today. Now, I want to take this time as the voice of the people of Sinoe County. We want to say our profound sympathy to the bereaved family. There are no words in the English lexicon right now to console you. It's tough. It's difficult. For your young son, the man who you depend on. I'm quite sure Mike should be a father, but he is out now, his children, and they are by themselves in a tough country. So in a special way, that was our sympathy to the family. And may the soul of Mark Norman rest in peace. So, Mr. Norman, you did the right thing. You got on the right side during the election. You got on the side of peace. You weren't on the side of confusion. But unfortunately, the other forces that do not understand what it means to be in a contest, they victimize you. But you were victimized for a cause, for the economic liberation of the people, for proper representation of the people. You didn't campaign, you didn't participate in an election to have a representative who will represent a town, a region, a section. You've campaigned for a representative who is the father of the county, who doesn't discriminate, who fights for all and sundry. And so, Mark Norman, your name has been etched in history as a good man. Your name has been immortalized. You did the right thing. You were not on the wrong side. Those who victimized you, they too have been put in the archive as the bad ones, as the malevolent ones. They are evil people. Democracy is not a war. Competition is not a war. If your friend wins, you congratulate the person and you celebrate with the person. It's not something for you to victimize your brother. So we don't know for sure. My Norman is gone. May his soul rest in peace. Now, let me make a call to all the contenders, or would-be contenders in the coming 2023 congressional election in Sinoe County or throughout the country. I want you to learn from history. Learn from what had happened in Sinoe County, electoral district number 3. So, but that what I mean when I say learn is if you are a leader or if you want to be a leader of the people, the first thing you have to do is to train the people, is to educate the people that follow you. Because anything they do, it reflects on you. Okay? Whatever they do, your followers in the military, they say whatever the unit does, the commander bears the responsibility. And so when you are a leader, whether in the military sector or not, whatever your followers do, it reflects on you. So do proper education. Educate the people that what we are in is not a war. We had a war before for 14 years, and nothing good was obtained from that war but destruction. And so whatever we are doing here, we are not fighting those that are coming or going against me or I'm going against. They are not my enemies. We just disagree. We have the same agenda, but we have different ideas, different ways, different methods how to get to our goal. And the goal is the improvement of the lives of the people. Educate your people, have workshop, have seminar. I'm calling all the contenders in the race. We don't want to have a deja vu 2023, because by all means somebody will win. And we don't want our son or daughter or sons or daughters to be victimized again. We will not accept that. The population of Sinoe County, Liberia large, is negligible. It's very small. And we don't want people's lives to be cut short because the people make a decision. The people ultimately want to make that decision. Let respect the decision of the people and stop the antediluvian methodology and hitting each other and fighting. No. If you don't win, do what the people in the West do. Take the telephone and call the person and congratulate the person. Join the people, you celebrate, you dance, you share, eat together like we do back home. We'll put the food in a big bowl or big pan and we'll all eat and celebrate and drink. That's what I was taught when I was coming out as a little boy in the village. You know, before we go on the farm, they will put the food, cook the cassava or pieces or whatever, and they put it in the bowl. We eat, everybody happy. We'll go on the farm, the whole town. Sometimes we'll go on the next person's farm, everybody happy. We dance, we play the drums and stuff like that. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's not war. It shouldn't be Kabade versus Sinkon, Weja versus Putu, and all those nonsense are going on. So may the soul of my Norman rest in peace. And we call on all the politicians to train, to talk to their supporters, to go on the various media outlets in the country. Voice of Sinoe is also open. Come here and educate your people. All right? Go on the Voice of Sinoe and talk to the people. All the different media platforms in the country. Make use of them to educate your supporters and tell them why you believe. And so when something happens, I mean, we will know exactly what are the person deviated from your philosophy, you know. But if you don't tell anything, something happens. Oh, I wasn't on the scene, and that was why it's happening. If you're a leader, whether you are pressing or not, once you give your supporters, your followers the proper education, you should feel relaxed. You know, when you are away, you should feel relaxed. Because if you are a leader, and if you are not pressing, the only way things can be found when you are present, then you are now a leader. When you are present or absent, you should be able to have people on ground that you trust. Or you should be relaxed that, oh yeah, I did my work already. My followers will not do something on the chlorophyll. You know, they are decent people. But we shouldn't be, it shouldn't leave and then you'll be worried, you know, oh, what will happen behind me and stuff like of that nature. Reverend KOLO came to, oh, if I were present and that the violence would not have happened. So I was wondering, what would he have done? You know, he would stop the people that, I mean, what he would do, multiple group of people, they're stampeding, they're taking stone and throwing you, catch all of them one at a time or something. I don't know, but it has happened already. But this is a huge, huge political blow to Reverend KOLO. If I were Reverend KOLO, I would get out of the race. Because the people, that politics is the dirty and uncomfortable game. The people, they will use it against Reverend KOLO. So if I were him, I would just sit back and sit down and just recuse myself from the race. Yes. Politics is a brutal exercise. And so the death of Mark Norman will be affixed to you, even though it's, oh, you had a reconciliation and da. But that's politics. And they want to tell the people, this is what happened on the wife of Reverend KOLO. You know, and that's the situation. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to transition to something else. I'm getting a lot of communication. Let me see. Let me review some of the communication that coming up. And let's go on a quick commercial break here. I'll be right back with more on Voice of Sinoe. Let's see what I have for you for commercial.
Aha! United States of Okaba money and you people. Mama Jesse Raboja. Mama Etokwe. Vice President. I'm a boy. I'm superstar more about Bewa. I am about why I will back it. Sina San Depa. I'm a people so I'm playing you. Yes, Raboje, Mondo. Yes, I won't blow your way, Bati. You know, Mammy of your Wesses. Yes, if you're Wednesday, Mammy of your Wednesday, my girls, people, Yelene. I can't tell where they do ya. My blessed walk at Luamu. See my young woman when you did again. My name, my name is Momo. Wanda Vita Gelago. Vega wonder ye. Manaja went away. And a boy and I get any we on this are you with Rivati over. Mama Ivania. We Veta Timonsu, no near Quantity of you. Aye, that's a young guy, the Mamu. Maya, very Ruboga. I very Rubomania that you want to Ruboga. Go your good, you don't know. Mother, 11 more out. You don't know. You're not about the way. My way, you're not cheaper, you're the way. My way is a super blind way. So I did not know what you're about. I can't look at you. They are not more my in your way. You know, my is a one by my Bonija, my body, I won't play. Look at my dear, my family, I'm more way up. I don't mind where can you make the body down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe with Esoteric here, coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. All right, now we want to talk about this right here on your screen for you. What I call USAA Minnesota chapter unconstitutionally replaced the 5 executive members that resigned. All right. The USAA Minnesota chapter reasoning have 5 executive members, with the exception of the chairman for the planning committee, who wasn't elected. That's the only man that can be appointed. But a couple of days ago, we saw a communication. And the guy said there was an election held in Minnesota. Okay. The guys last week, 5 executive members resigned. And then the next week, you elected 5 members. How did you do that so quickly? Who is the chairman of the Electoral Commission? Why we didn't see the electoral guidelines? Why we didn't see the candidates that applied for those positions? Those positions, you see, when some of us talk and they say, oh, that guy likes confusion, he likes this. No, I don't like confusion. I like things to be done the right way. You see, the problem within the United Cyprus Association in the Americas, it emanated from Minnesota, because we have certain elements over there that do not want to follow the Constitution, the document that we wrote to follow. No, they don't want to follow it. They just want to do their own thing. And so there were people in Minnesota that wanted to be in those positions. But because there were no notification sent out that the executive, the need officials or electoral commission set up so that the guys can put out guidelines so that they can notify the candidates and stuff like that. See the national convention we're going for in Florida. The electoral commission was set up. The guys wrote the guidelines. They put out everything. But in Minnesota, just recently, the guys published. Let me see. I just want to put this out here so you can see. They elected new leaders so quickly. This is not democracy. This is just monocracy going on over there. One man rules. That's it. One man rules the place. He says whatever he wants. And so the elder, elder. I mean, I consider him to be my elder. He says a lot of negative things to me, but our culture demands that we don't disrespect our elders. I still respect him, whether he insults me or not. But Reverend Boyseon, sorry, not Reverend, but Elder Boyseon recently published on Facebook for us, and I saw other communication to that effect. They say here, the new officials on the screen for you, the elected. Mr. Casey Wiley, president, okay, that's the man that was originally elected by the members. And so 5 of his members that were elected with him, they resigned. And so just recently, the guy just said, no, they went in the garage and did their usual thing. All right, so they said they elected Alex Sacker as the vice president, Sophia Carpet as the secretary general. Sophia Carpet was the financial secretary on Robert Tuba. Those were the people that unconstitutionally went into an account and took $3,000 from there. All right, those are the people that don't respect the Constitution. And then they have put the people back again unconstitutionally. The honor Sophia Carpet and those people, $500 were given to Robert Tuba to go and buy copybooks for our children in Sinoe. The guy ate the money, and there was no sentence from Sophia Carpet and those people. It was okay for Robert Tuba to eat the money. After the union generated money, they gave it to the brother. The board approved $3,000. They give it to the man. I mean, the Minnesota people put money together. The guy said, no, the money is not enough. All that money the people gave them, the $500 to buy a copybook for the children, Robert Tuba ate the money. So those guys that ate the money, because if you are part of an administration and corruption went on in there, you said nothing about it, you are also implicated. And so they brought back Sophia Carpet, so they can loot our account more. All right. The one that brought Raymond Chien, he says this the treasurer. They brought back Riyad Sian, financial secretary. Then they have here Sophia Cry, who is the parliamentarian, and makes Sunday Tuba planning. Okay, so the only position there over there I will agree with is the Sunday Tuba. That is an appointed position. So if you put somebody in that capacity already, it will make sense, you know. But the rest of the positions, they are elected position. Okay, Minnesota, here we come. Plan, you know, so they put all that thing they're preparing, waiting for General Convention 2021. Okay, and that's what the elder put there. Elder Boise, he's published this one. The elders that are supposed to help to give direction to the young people over there, he's the one at the forefront of the division. Incredible. It is incredible. Mr. Elder Boise, you know, who's supposed to, the children supposed to come to give them advice, he's the one that championing the division in Minnesota. This is a man, they say he was a professor. I mean, he's a journalist and what have you. And journalists, they believe in democracy. They want to speak out. They want people to have the right. The guy went and had a kangaroo election without electoral guideline, nothing. And the guys went in the garage as usual, and they put people in place. So that's it. Minnesota, I mean, few people in Minnesota, they just causing problem 24/7 in the union. 24/7. All right? You can't do that. Other people want to contest. I was told, other guys called me and said, oh man, the guys did not even send out communication to let us know some of us that want to run for some of those positions. They didn't tell anything. The puppet of the Mr. GEDEH, they went there as usual. They manipulated the brother. They brought their own people. And so that when they raise the money, they can go in the account anytime and pillage, and nobody will hold them accountable. And so they put their team together, the same people who have checkered record. They put them back again without letting credible people know. Members of that chapel, they don't let them know. And they want us to be quiet when these things are happening. You have to do the right thing in order for Dr. Yopude to leave you alone. In as much as you think you know it all and you think you are stubborn and intransigent and obstinate, we're going to tell the people you are the problem in the union. How is that magical that you elect 5 people in no time without election? Who the chairman of the Electoral Commission? Who's that? Who appointed? Let Casey Wale, I saw President Casey Wale, you follow the show. Who did you appoint to be the chairman of the Electoral Commission? Who want to know the person's name? Nothing to that effect. The elder Boise went over there and you tell the jury, you're not listening to they put that document aside. We don't get time for it. We're doing our own thing here. But then you're saying you're operating under the umbrella of the United South Association Constitution or the name of the organization, but you are not abiding by the document we wrote. You see? How you do this? And then the people will sit down and see people, they will sit down on Facebook and tap mouth on the people. You're like, bro, oh, the government is not doing this, it's not doing that. Charity begins at home, it ends abroad. Okay? You cannot do this basic thing in an organization at a national level. You want to do it? No, you can't. But so this too is some of our people. You can only, I mean, those that back home, the only difference between you and those people It's geographical difference, okay? You are different place and they are different place, but their thinking is as bad as some of the people still in the jungle. That's how some of them bad they think, you know? They don't want to learn something new. They don't want to have some sort of system. And the reason our country, Africa as a whole, the continent, is the disorganization. We want to do things any way we think. No rules. We shouldn't follow any rule. You ready to put a trash over there, nobody should hold you accountable. Littering all over the place. You do anything because nobody is holding you. A free country now. I can do what I want to do. You know, and so that's the same thing. The guy said, we don't care for the Constitution. We'll bring our own people and put it on the account. Anytime when Green wants money, we'll go there and take the money from them and give it to him. All right, so that's Minnesota chapter right there for you. All right. Let's see. Let's get to the next thing that I want to talk about here. So that's the unconstitutional election that went on in Minnesota. All right, let's get to this one right I want to talk about too. The recent onslaught on President Francis Clark Myers is a futile effort on the part of the malcontents. Okay? The recent onslaught on President Francis Clark Myers is a futile effort on the part of the malcontents. Okay, malcontents, again, those are people that are unsatisfied. They are angry, they are frustrated. And in this case, it's not for good reason, it's for bad reason, and that's why they are vexed. They want to remain in power in perpetuity. They do not want to follow the document that put them in power. And so they're angry. They're having another convention and They're dividing the organization. We'll have our own convention. We'll do our own thing. Okay. So the guys, they have decided to have their kangaroo and their convention that everybody frowned on. Practically, everybody frowned on that stuff. Nobody is paying attention to their convention. The former president, you know, as usual, he doesn't have control over the people, or he doesn't team. That's the word, team, T-A-M-E. He doesn't team the people around him, so they do anything. All right. And so usually the people will come on Facebook and he saw elders and he saw the women and and the president would not talk. But when the other person from another area who doesn't agree with him say something negative about somebody, you'll come, oh, we condemn the action. But then when the other person does it, then he praises the person. You know, my favorite warrior, and my favorite person, you are doing that, you are the queen. We love you for insulting the elders. That's great. You know, but what the people in your corner will do, who told you can't chastise the people that support you? You can discipline them. Yes. If you're a good leader, people that follow you can be disciplined. You can discipline them when they go astray. But no, our man is not a leader. And so all he does is to dance to the drum beats of those people. So in this case, he's not a leader now. He's the follower. Okay? He's following the drum beats of those people. You know, so one of his supporters recently came on Facebook and tried to assault President Myers and tried to run. I mean, Green is not going to Florida, he told us already. So why don't you focus on your convention in Minnesota? And you are taking impudent, weak shot at the woman who doesn't bother anybody. She, you know, little corner that they would say in Liberia, and doing your own thing. And people are coming to her and calling her, come and be our president. Come. And all the chapter in the union, they are calling her. So the brother wrote, we don't want to dignify him, so we just put it where he wrote there. We don't want to show his name set to the people because we just want to tell you that the national president is still fostering confusion in the union. That's why he after, because nobody is paying attention. So when attention is drifting away from him, nobody is calling his name. Then he finds way he send one of his boys and say, you'll say something negative about somebody. You know, so he sent his young man who insults the elders 24/7 and say, do not be a lion kind of a leader, you know, a leadership that does not have followers. Wait for your time and enjoy. Okay? So that what the brother wrote. And it is laughable, it is hilarious that the man would say President Francis Clark Myers doesn't have followers when 99% of the members in the union, they are rooting for her. 99%. Why do you think Green doesn't want to go to Florida? Green does not want to go to Florida because the defeat he would sustain from President Francis Clark Myers would be, it will reverberate around the globe. So the people say, in Liberia will say, small shame is better than big shame. Okay? So the guy does not want gigantic disgrace. And so he said, you know what, I will boycott the convention. I will find all the different pretexts, all the different excuses I will give them. I will say they both fire me, so I will not go there. All the people want to put me in chain or they pull and call me when I go to Florida. You know, he just finding all these minute excuses just so he cannot sustain defeat from President Francis Clark Myers. You know, how is it that the president, the former president, the man himself was on when he came from Liberia, he wrote and said the lion is in the cage or in the cave. Let me use the word C-A-V. He said cage. He said cave. The lion is in the cave. The man said he put himself in the cave he called himself the lion. And then you are calling Francis Clark Myers that lion. Did she associate herself with lion? It's the man that you are supporting that calls himself a lion. Okay? Then you say lion kind of leader. No, Green is the lion that we have in the union that made the members of the North Dakota chapter to run away from him. Green is the lion that we have in the union that made the members of the Minnesota chapter at least 95% to run away from him. You know has 5% behind him. Green is the lion we have in the union that made the members of the North Carolina chapter to run away from him. Green is the lion we have in the union that made the members of the Florida chapter to run away from him. Green is the only president in the union that made the members of the Iowa chapter to run away from him. Okay, so this is the lion we have. He's the only lion because you know why? He's chasing everybody. That's what lions do. They want to eat the other animals, and the other animals are running away from him. But now his supporters, they want to play elementary psychological game or reverse psychology. And they say, oh, President Myers is a lion. She wait for a time. Who sets the time? Is that somebody sitting in Green's garage sets the time for when somebody should become president? You know what sets the time? It's the Constitution. The Constitution gives a time. They gives President GELEO 3 years to serve. And his 3 years are over. And so it is the right of anybody who wants to be the president of the union to come out at this point. So you can say, wait for your time. Oh, I understand what a brother is saying. He wants President GELEO to get wet ballot again. And that's the whole thing you say, oh, wait for your time so you can enjoy. No. The people said they gave it to Mr. GELEO first time wet ballot. And he abused the opportunity. And so what they are saying right now, in order for the guy to respect the office, he must earn it this time around. That's what they are saying. But the guys don't want somebody to challenge them. But it is not going to happen. In as much as Dax Ayopoda is here, in as much as the president or the former president does not want to be humble, I will make sure and put a formidable candidate against him to beat him. Whether he likes it or not, I am going to ensure President Myers, with my full support, with the support of the whole union, to eject Green from the presidency because it's a bad man. He is not a guy. How I say that? Everybody in the union, the elders are not on your side, and then your supporters are calling somebody a lion. The elders are not on your side. The concerned members are not on your side. Who is on your side besides George Sion and Mr. Boy Sion? Those are the people who are on your side. So if you say the lady does not have followers, what are you talking about? There is no argument here. And so you cannot demonize the lady. You know, it's just doing that to disrespect the woman. You know, but there is nothing you do. There is no way you can put Green and Myers together for Green to win an election. It can't happen on planet Earth. Maybe somewhere because Green was making this big show when you carry the convention in the heaven where Jesus and Satan fighting, I will win. When you carry on the ground where all the worms live, whatever, I will win. If you carry in the water, I will win. If you carry in George Bush office, or let you say in Joe Biden office, I will win. Everywhere you carry. Now time for the convention, and the man said, no. When I go to Florida, the people will pull hanger on me. So, I mean, how kind of man is afraid of a lady like that? How could you be this, timid and scared? If you think you did nothing wrong, why are you so this paranoid? Why? You did something. You see, only a man who does wrong is this scary. The man knows that he is wrong, so he is afraid to everywhere. When you shake a leaf, green will say you follow him, that somebody coming after him. The man just afraid of your own shadow. It's sad. This is a man that President Miles, she galvanized the ladies in the union. And they were celebrating their brother. Now the guy just took himself because of arrogance and following people in the garage. And now people left from behind and he's sending your boys to attack people. Come on, brother. Do better than that. Do better than that. The lion you have in the cave, you know what? That's how you put out with that lion before. The lion was trying to bite me. And that's why I ran away. I don't want to be armed. I don't want to be charged for animal cruelty as well. So I don't want to kill the lion. So I said, let the lion be there. I will just stay away from it. So I left the lion alone. The youth coordinator, Winnie Massacre, she left. The national president or vice president of our union, he left the man. You see, all the people they are leaving the guy. He's standing by himself. And the guy is saying, Francis Clark Myers doesn't have follow. But guess what? Here is the bad news. So there's a good news and a bad news for you, whatever you want to call it. That Shaya put the esoteric is following Francis Clark Myers. Winnie Massacre, who also was with Green GEDEH, is following Francis Clark Myers. The national vice president, who was also with Green GEDEH, following Francis Clark Myers. The elders who talked to Green GEDEH and Green said he's not going to listen to them, they are following Francis Clark Myers. The concerned member who talked to Green GEDEH and said he's not listening to them, they are following Francis Clark Myers. All the ladies, the elders, they are all following Francis Clark. So who is following Green here? And he said the woman doesn't have followers. The brother Green is literally struggling to survive. The man knows that. Before we get to convention, think about it. 5 executive members of the Minnesota chapter, they resigned and they are now following President Francis Clark Myers. And the guy is saying, no, Francis doesn't have follow. Your chapter just broke down. The guys are following Francis Clark Myers. And the guy is getting on Facebook and saying, oh, lion below, you chasing people. Like, you are seeing the opposite, brother. The people are following the lady. The lady is the one that people, Green is the one that people are running away from. I want to give you a breaking news right now. Breaking news. After this, I'm giving you a breaking news, okay, to see how bad it has gotten for Green GEDEH. All right? So you got to stay on. A breaking news is coming. The people are saying, Green supporters are saying Green is the one that people are following. But all the community leaders, the organizations, they are saying, Florida, everybody should go there. Nobody is talking about Minnesota. Wow, brother. All right, so that's it. When people are drowning, they look for a way to get a little attention. At least I getting a little attention today. But next time will not be the case. We will not give them credence moving forward. Because they want attention, nobody's paying attention to them. Everybody buying a ticket to go to Florida. And the best is, the player FRANCESS is going. Everybody buying the ticket to going there. They said the woman doesn't have a follower. What sense are you making, brother? He said the woman doesn't have a follower. Who have you heard saying they're going to Minnesota convention? Besides Melvin Duell, who said you go to Florida and then you go to Minnesota convention. I want a man. Out of over 5,000 members of the union, only one man say you go to both conventions. And the people I see, the people following Green, they are turning their back on Francis. Brother, if you want to enjoy, right? If you want to enjoy yourself, come on the side of Francis Clark Myers. Let me make the prophecy. Let me make the prognostication, okay? I guarantee you, sooner rather than later, Green GEDEH will be a follower of President Francis Clark Myers. Take that and write it down somewhere. Sooner rather than later, Green KOJO, who is on Joyce's back, will be a follower of Francis Myers. Sooner rather than later, Mother Joyce will be a follower of Francis Myers. Sooner, you see, the reason we are targeting these two people, once these two people they get on the side of Francis Myers, all the people will follow, because they say when you want the round of the snake weak, you decapitate the snake, you cut the hair. And so what President Francis Myers is doing right now is to make sure to proselytize, to recruit, or if you like to re-recruit these two people. They're all the people that will start singing hallelujah to Francis Myers. So what we call strategic leadership thinking. Now what the woman is doing, she is thinking like a leader right now. Okay, a leader, because from the perspective of President Francis Myers, a leader is not somebody who exacerbates situation. It's the leader who is somebody who, when the person confronts a situation, they find a solution. They don't say, you know what, I'll go on the other side. And so, like Abraham Lincoln, he said, you know what, we're going to keep the union together. So the man kept the union together. Okay? And so President Francis Myers is thinking in that direction. He said, you know what, we have the best way I will have honor is to tackle that huge challenge. Not no little thing and no. The huge challenge we have in the union right now is to recruit Green KOJO, and Francis Myers is one of our goals. You see, that's how a leader thinks. Other guy think he say Green is a leader, Green can that put the union together. The man inherited an organization that was united, and he divided it. And you call him a leader, and you say people are following him. The man is the divider in chief. That's what he is. The man is a divider, and he continues to kind of put this kind of divisive rhetoric around. We will fight. We will confront. Now let's transition to Green KOJO fighting messages. Okay, that tells you the brother is not a leader. A leader is a problem solver. A leader gives the follower work to do. Okay, the guy is not giving anybody a work to do because all he thinks about is fighting. A leader is not the one that does that. Okay, we have. First of all, the leader, you identify this problem. You say, oh, that's a problem over there. Or your followers, one of them, they did something wrong. And they're panicking. And what you do is to come, get a team together. Okay, you start yelling or crying and say, hey, who spotted that thing? Who did that? No. All you do is bring your cabinet together. Okay, it has happened. What is the way forward? What can we do to solve that problem? I, the leader, you listen to all of them, delegate their ideas. Right now, our solution, our way forward is to find solution to that problem and put mechanisms in place to avoid the reoccurrence of that thing. Okay? So that's how our leader solves problem and move on. You know? And so our men right now will fight. I will fight to the end. I will fight. The brother doesn't understand Hitler fight, and he is deceased. Charter fought, and he's just in jail right now. Ben Ali fought, he is deceased. All the people that fought now, they some are in jail or they are dead. But the guys, we will fight. We will confront that one. No, brother, that's not. You see, people are thinking how to take their people from poverty. And the brother is thinking about fighting. And his supporters are talking about frivolity. They want a lion. The lion we have in the union is the guy that's chasing people around. He's the one. He practically chased everybody away. You know, the one of people that didn't run away from him. Those are people that are. I mean, they're just bootleggers. They like to suck up to bad things. Those are the people that follow the God. But anybody with a mind who has justice, who believes in the plight or helping the people, you want to follow Green KOJO to waste our people time for 10 months and they begging one guy? He's not a good guy. If you think you really mean well for the people, you listen to them. You listen to the women. You listen to the men. You listen to the elders. But the man said, to hell with all of those people. I am the only man that exists on planet Earth. And whatever I say will go. But then the people that say is the good man. That's the kind of thing I will follow. Now, let me show you something I want to talk about here. All right. All right, so that's the onslaught. The people are angry, so I understand they will put anything out right now to insult the woman and come at her. And I mean, that's just basic stuff, man. We this the mature teen. We educate the people. So let me see some of the comment are trending right now. Call me for your ticket. Okay, that's the chair lady. If you want ticket, the woman is really available. Call Manjino Smith. She's ready right now to get you a cheap ticket. You can get a cheap ticket. Yeah, right now. Right now. All right. So let me see. No, we don't need them. I'm here, my brother. Where can I buy my ticket for the event? Okay, you see, the woman just gave you. So, Richard, just buy a ticket, man. The number is right there. Or inbox me. I'll give you the relevant information. As a matter of fact, after the program, I will inbox you. So you can get your ticket. I'll inbox you so you can come. We want to hear your view as well. You're one of the guys who participates. I mean, on the platform and in Sinoe County activity, you don't agree, but that's fine. Come to the convention and come and hear what the people will say, because the right side is where people are going to convention, because the people are coming, the fact that we're going to a convention, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have an election. We are going there, we are followers of what, because the General Assembly, according to our Constitution, is the highest decision-making body. Is even the General Assembly, they are above the Constitution. So whatever they say, that's what we want to do, you know. But in the meantime, in the meanwhile, the Constitution gives us certain things. And they say, after 3 years, there should be election. People should be appointed, electoral commission should be set up. So that do all the constitutional, put all the constitutional formalities in place. When we go there and say no election, hey, then we did our part already. We fulfill the constitutional requirement. Okay, that's how constitutional people, law-abiding people operate. But the boys say, no, don't listen to the Constitution at all. Don't set an election commission. Let you go. Okay, what are you? If you go there now and the people say, okay, let our election, then what do you have? So you have to put those mechanisms into place when you get there. Whether on a normal or a normal circumstance, the General Assembly can go anyway. They can say, okay, whether you have corona or you don't have corona or whatever, you go there today, they say, oh, no convention, we don't want convention. You can't force them. Okay? So, but just put in the formalities in place, and we'll move on from there. All right. So that's what the union is all about. I'm here to take care of that. Don't worry about. Okay. All right. Let's get to the next thing here. I don't see if those I want to participate. See the number that crawling at the bottom of the page there. If you also want to participate, let me know. Just send me the link. I'll send it to you. You want to you get it. You have to see. All right. Now let's get to the next thing here. You know what I have for you today. So let's go a little bit. Let's leave the United Southport Association and let's go to Sinoe County for a second here. So we are asking this question: who will be the next fiscal affairs superintendent of Sinoe County? Is that OTHELLO KOJO or ALVIN WESSEH? Okay, right now, since the demise of the fiscal superintendent, which Gift Morris. Unfortunately, the young man passed away. So send me the link. Okay, I'll do so right now. All right, let me send the link to the brother quick, and we'll go ahead with that talking point. Let's see. Let me send that link quickly. Let's see. All right, I think I see it right here. Boom. You can look in your inbox, brother. The link has been sent or was sent. All right, so fiscal superintendent, there's a campaign that's going on right now in Sinoe County. We're trying to find, since the death of Gift Morris, Sinoe County does not have fiscal superintendent. And so a couple of names have been floating around. Just recently, OTHELLO KOJO name came up, even though he was not initially in the picture. But you know, the brother wanted to be the senator. He was flocked by Senator Augustine Chie. And so his bossman trying to find something by all means, you know, even though he served as this guy right here, Othello. Othello served as a fiscal superintendent on a Prosper Brown. And this was one of the guys because he's a stooge of Senator Tiaji. Whatever Senator Tiaji says, that's why he follows. Even though he's far educated than Senator Tiaji. But some of the guys, they are just they put their education somewhere because they want to be sycophant, you know. So Othello KOJO served on Prosper Brown as fiscal superintendent. And he took instructions from Senator Tiaji, and they removed young people from scholarship. Bright young men like Columbus, like Makassar, like Maury Saka, and the list goes on. Those guys, they took, the argument then was, all the guys, they were supporting another political candidate, they're not supporting the choice of Senator Tiaji, and therefore they should take them from, they instructed this guy, and the guy went and took people from scholarship. All right? This is the guy now that's been pushed by Senator Tiaji again to come back, to hold our county hostage, because you got to understand, Senator Tiaji doesn't like the current superintendent. Just the same way he doesn't like Prosper Brown, because when they nominated Prosper Brown, he said Prosper Brown wasn't a GEDEH man. Now this time around, they're bringing a GEDEH guy to be the fiscal superintendent. Tiaji said, no, I don't want that guy. Okay, he was advocating and saying GEDEH people have been marginalized in the power structure of Sinoe. Okay, so a son of GEDEH is now coming. ALVIN WESSEH, smart guy. I met him when I went to Liberia. Very friendly, the same way you see him. Very nice, soft guy. I mean, he's very decent dude, you know, a gentleman. ALVIN WESSEH, from all indications, is the guy that the people want. All the young people from Sinoe County, with the exception of a handful of people. ALVIN WESSEH is the guy that everybody wants right now. But the guys, I mean, the Senator Tiaji wants confusion 24/7 in the county. He wants Othello KOJO to go there to give lead number Chia the superintendent problems, because he doesn't like lead number Chia. And the reason he doesn't like lead number Chia is because lead number Chia is not a puppet, you know. So he wants to send Othello KOJO to come and give lead number Chia issues, all right, to create a problem in the county, because the fiscal superintendent, okay, is a strategic position. And so he coming down, he tried to send this Ghana man right here, you know, and the people are saying no, they want ALVIN WESSEH. ALVIN WESSEH, the people, myself, that's the guy I want. Yes, we want geographical balance. Okay. The assistant superintendent for development is a crew guy. Okay. Lead number Chin is a hybrid, it's a sample and crew. So that is fine. All right. So let's bring a son of GEDEH to be part of the power structure. But Senator Tiaji said, no, I want my bodyguard that the man want. And the people are saying no. So you can make the noise at the end of the day. We want ALVIN WESSEH. ALVIN WESSEH will be the fiscal affairs superintendent of Sinoe County. You know, the only time ALVIN WESSEH would have had a problem if I were there, you know, because I would say, no, brother, go sit down. Let me take that position. You know, but ALVIN is a very nice guy, you know. You want to do a good job, you want to work with the superintendent. The Sinoe County, we want peace. Like President Wugia always says, which I agree with, right? We cannot do anything in the middle of chaos, in the middle of confusion. Okay? So we want a united county first. And in order for the county to be united, it's for the leaders to be united. So we want leaders that are peaceful. And ALVIN WESSEH is a peaceful guy. He's going to work with the local authority, the other rest of the superintendent, the development superintendent, the rest of the guys in the county, so that we can do what we're supposed to do for Sinoe County. We don't want this guy. I guarantee you, when the guy goes there, it's confusion in the county, because he's going to take strict instructions for Senator Tiaji. The same thing we have on Prosper Brown. Prosper Brown was one of the best superintendents in Sinoe County. But because of the hatred, Senator Tiaji never wanted him, just the same way he doesn't want lead number Chia. So he sent Othello there to sabotage the main operation, you know. And that's what Prosper Brown did not do a lot in the county. When Prosper Brown left later, Senator Tiaji came on radio and said, oh, the man left $100,000 in your account. Why? Why did he leave $100,000? It's because Othello KOJO was blocking everything. The man wants to undertake project, and the man they'll filibuster everything. Those black teens, you know. And so that's some of the issue we have. So that's the issue. We are optimistic. Alvin, we said would be the next fiscal affairs superintendent. That OTHELLO Nambe Gaba and spoil himself already. He has much you leave, Mr. Zaza, and go follow TJ. You're done. Yes. The man bill you, send you to school, and you betray the man. You follow TJ around all over the place. You TJ supported you. They beat you first. Okay? They beat you. You say you wanted to be senator. The by-election that brought Senator Chia to power, Senator Chia whipping. You now, the going election, the special senatorial election, that came up, the by-election created by the departure of Nambeslaw. Kojo came by again, he said, no time, I'm running for senator this time around, I'll go for representative. This guy beat him. This man right here. They beat him. You know, so the man that has lost all relevance. You know, it's not about having people. But if you don't do the right thing, you don't follow the right people, you don't put yourself in the right environment. You got to listen to this. You see a seed. In order for a seed to grow, it needs to be in the right soil. You need to put the right fertilizer on it for that seed to grow. It's the same thing with us. If you are in the wrong environment, guess what? You will not grow. You know. So OTHELLO puts himself in the wrong environment. And so as young as he is, he had gotten beaten twice already. All right. It says a lot about the person you follow. You are in the wrong environment. That's what it tells you. You are in the wrong environment. If you continue there, you will see the result. And so that's it. So OTHELLO Kojo, now they being a senatorial candidate, they beat him as representative candidate, and the fiscal affairs superintendent position, you're about to lose it again. They're going to put Alvin Weezer there because he is in the wrong environment. You know, get in the right environment, you'll get a good result. Okay, if you get in the bad environment, the seed, if you put it on the cement instead of putting it in the ground and put the water and put the fertilizer on it, it will not grow. All right, and that's the same situation what OTHELLO Kojo is fixing right now, is grappling with. Now let's see here. Let me see what else you have here. That's Sinoe County for you. Jala, I sent the link already. You got to check in your account. I sent the link to you. Check your account. I sent the link already, sir. Let me verify. I sent it to you. Yeah, I did. Jala. I sent you a link. Unless you got a different account, but I sent the link to you already. It's in your account. The Jala account. That's why I sent it. So just checking the account, Jala, unless you have multiple Jala, I don't know. But I think it's the same picture I'm seeing, and it's the same account that I sent it to. All right, let's see. Let me get to the next thing that I want to talk about here. All right, this one before I bring it on is a breaking news. So let me go to our breaking news section here. It's a breaking news before I bring it up here. I told you I got breaking news here today. All right, so let's get you a breaking news here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with ESOTERIC. And now, the breaking news we are getting right now, the president of the Grand Jury Association in the Americas, Honorable James YOUBOTY, recently wrote a statement to support the Florida Convention. So President James YOUBOTY of Grand Jury Association in the Americas urges Mr. Let's just say former president over there. Let me take the former, sorry for the typo over there. His name is redundant to say Mr. Former. Let's take that Mr. from there. So we can make it better. All right, so this is what Mr. James YOUBOTY said. President James YOUBOTY of Grand Jury County Association in Americas urges former President GELEO to go to Jacksonville, Florida. All right, this is a big major. You see, of all the community organizations, right, in the U.S., Grand Jury Association is the biggest. It has roughly about maybe 22 chapters or about a little below. But think about that. 22 chapters. So it's a big organization. The president of that organization, the Grand Jury Association, Mr. James USAA-MN, is saying he has engaged the various forces. He reached out to former President KOJO, got his side of the story. He reached out to the chairman of the board. He got the side of the story. He reached out to the elders. He got the side of the story. Reached out to the concerned members. He got the side of the story. I mean, the relevant people in the union that the man supposed to obtain the information from in order to make an informed decision, he reached out to the various bodies, individuals. And after assessing what everybody said, he said, well, the right thing to do, the just thing to do is to follow the instruction of the General Assembly from North Dakota. All right, so let me read the full statement of Mr. James USAA-MN, the president of Grand Jury Association. I'll put his whole statement on the screen here for you, on the screen for you. Let me bring that bullet point down. So this is what Mr. James USAA-MN wrote a statement here. As president of Grand GEDEH, so the G over there from Grand GEDEH, right? As president of Grand GEDEH Association, I'm appealing to all my brethren inside of the association to please maintain the peace and unity. Okay, Mr. President, you are right. We, those of us that believe in the Constitution, we are doing our best to maintain the peace. Okay, we are following your injunction. What unites us is greatest. Please adhere to the elders' advice. Okay, the man will not come public to say this if he doesn't talk to the people. He talked to everybody. So you remember the elder gave the recommendation that the board should remain the board, the executive should remain the executive, that everybody go to Florida. All right, the board said we agree. Green said, KOJO said, no, I'm not doing it. Okay, so what unites us is greatest. Please adhere to the elders' advice by maintaining status quo and show up in Jacksonville with Honorable KOJO. I mean, don't put that honorable there. You know, I mean, not honorable. When you divide people, you can't be called honorable again. No. A man who divides the people that gave you a united organization, he can't be called honorable. The man is now dishonorable until he can unite the people again. Then will be called honorable. But you can't divide the people and take our money and we'll be calling you honorable. No, that's not honorable. Maybe you can say Mr. GEO, you know, it's okay. But not honorable. Honorable at this point should be suspended. What unites us is greatest. Please adhere to the elders' advice by maintaining status quo and show up in Jacksonville with Honorable KOJO, President of USA, and let convention delegates decide the way forward. That's exactly what we want. We have been asking this brother to do, Mr. President. Mr. President James USAA-MN, this is what we have been asking Mr. GEO. Go to Florida. After you already sent the $4,000 for the people to get a hall already. Please come to Florida. Let the people decide. The man said, no, he's not going there. All right. So the president said, okay, Mr. President, quick correction here. It's not the president, unless you are using it in a regular sense where, you know, former president is the president, then okay. But at least we have to qualify as a former president. All right. He said here, a sincere appeal. Life is a compromise. Okay. President GEO does not understand that, or our former president does not understand compromise. No, he wants everything to be in his favor. All right. A sincere appeal. Life is a compromise. From the bottom of my heart, we are praying for a united support association. Thank you. All my fingers are crossed. I even informed Grand GEDEH Superintendent Kai Fale about the debacle. He also joined me in the appeal process. May God bless us all. USAA-MN, James USAA-MN. Okay, so that's it. He even went as far as reaching out to the superintendent of Grand GEDEH to intervene. Green KOJO said, no, I'm not listening to the people. No, I'm not going to Florida. Okay, That's why I'm telling you, Green KOJO is practically isolated. All right. This is why Mr. Jane UBOTY went on, the president of Graduate Association. He said here, my mother always said, my son, God does not come from heaven and speak to you. He speaks through people. Then later in my philosophy class, my teacher said, the voice of the people is the voice of God. Vox populi, vox Dei. Okay, it's a Latin expression as well. Let me see whether the call coming in here. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me adjust this. All right, so the one I want to say here, the voice of the people is the voice of God. So I'm saying, please, let's reason together and remain united. Having divided conventions will bring disunity for years to come. May God Almighty take control so that all parties will show up in Florida. Amen. James UBOTY. Okay, that's the graduate president. He's saying over there. All right. All the people, the voice of the people is the voice of God. All the people talk to Green KOJO and say, I'm not listening to any of you. Nobody will listen to me. God himself will come down and talk to me before. Maybe when God himself comes to you, say, I'm listening to God. All right, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is original James Youngster calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Now, great man, what's going on? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, wonderful.
What?
Okay, so on the Green Geo thing, my brother, there's nothing we can do. Green Geo scared the hell out of when Green Geo hear police. When the man hear police, just remember, I'm telling you, the man is afraid to the point that even when you see blue suit at this moment that the people already point him to a guy for you to be arrested. The man whole thing now, he did that when he show up, he will be arrested because he know what he did is wrong in every count. The man is guilty of the crime. So Green Geo, he is afraid, but because he's not man enough to come and tell the Sabo people, say my people are sorry.
Right.
What I did, it was wrong. He continuously, the cheerleader who disgraced her husband in the midst of the people in her own daughter, former boyfriend house. Her first time even meeting this girl, disgracing her own husband in the midst of the people. Not only one or two or three. That's the same people the people still following. How can somebody follow a woman who will take her husband from the house and brought him in the street and whistle him because that's how I call it, and disgrace him publicly? Can somebody follow that kind of person? And Green Geo sat over there acting like he coming for Milton because Milton said the truth. So their whole fear right now, they think somebody get time for them. But the fact that I said, and even matter of fact, it's not even people in Liberia now know Green Geo is the more corrupt person. Because myself sitting down here, I called Hard FM and I told the people how Green Geo stole our money and he refused to leave out. Matter of fact, by the grace of God, by Monday, the document will be in Hard FM office. And they're going to make sure out of it. So let it continuously bringing this here. And what happened, divide the Sabo people. But one thing I will promise the Sabo people, we are here in Minnesota. Minnesota will have the greatest chapter ever after we come back. So they will continue to do their things. And when we come back here, if they won't have their convention, they can have it in Green Geo Association. But it cannot be in Sabo Association. Thank you, my brother. We shouldn't give a man too much credit. That's all he did. Every time he passed around, he tell the people, I don't know why people won't listen to me. Everybody asking the boy do wrong. Everybody asking the boy do wrong. If when one or two or three persons say you are wrong, that means you are wrong. You cannot change any other thing. The only thing you can do is to follow the right thing. whole family disgraced. Matter of fact, his wife the other day, Mr. Pato, spoke to them. This thing here, you need to talk to your husband and leave this thing. Because this thing would disturb everybody. So you'll come down with it. Oh, they want Alex. I will formal everybody starting in the minute talking about they will eat the money. I don't know which one they're going to eat. But that's their goal. But it's not going to happen. So for me, which name it, let it go ahead. Whoever want to follow, let it follow. You remember the story in the Bible? When Moses took the people from Jerusalem, whatever he took them from, and the other people decided to say, oh, they will sit down and be their own God. At the end of it, what happened? So yeah, let it go ahead. There are a lot of people in Minnesota here who got it, the type of people at heart, who want to do a great thing, but they see great deal, like those people. Now that you're out of the way, the people are doing this, the people are celebrating that great is about to go. It's like a champion of the Liberia. So we should even try to bring it back. So, my brother, thank you for the show. I appreciate it.
All right.
Keep watching.
No problem. Okay. Thanks for calling in too. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's a member of Minnesota chapter over there, Mr. James Yonte. He stands for what is right. He's in Minnesota. He thinks what Mr. Geo is doing is not right, and so he has to speak up. All right, so that's exactly. Now, let's leave Mr. Geo on the screen there, the president of the Grand Judges Association. This man right here, Mr. James YOUBOTY, just recently wrote a statement, and that's the statement we're sharing. He said everybody should go to the convention in Florida. Nobody should go to Minnesota. So you can see that the community leaders all over the place, they are saying the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing. Now, I like the fact that the Grand Judges Association president finally came up, even though I think it was a little late, but late is better than never, He did the right thing to come in. The only leader right now that I'm disappointed in right now is the president of the Sinoe County Association in Americas. Mr. Thomas Sinoe. Thomas Sinoe, the Support Association, is under the umbrella of the Sinoe County Association. Some of the members, if not all, they are part of the Sinoe County Association in Americas. But Mr. Thomas Sinoe has no position, nothing. He's not saying anything. He's watching. All right? He's watching the show. So we have serious leadership crisis in Sinoe County. Mr. Sinoe should be at the forefront, bringing the delegation from the Sinoe County Association to intervene. But, he's quiet. We know that when Mr. Sinoe comes, Green might probably not listen to him, but then at least he has done something as the parent organization of Sinoe County Association in Americas. But the president is quiet. But we want to say congratulations to Honorable James YOUBOTY for standing up for what is right. To say, follow the elders' decision and go to Florida so that the delegates will make the decision. That's the right thing to do. Mr. YOUBOTY, I really want to appreciate you for saying the right thing, for doing the right thing, talking to the relevant authority, hearing for both sides of the equation, or if not multiple sides. You heard from everybody and you say, okay, go to Florida. Everybody should go there to make the decision. And that's a great thing to do. I want to say thank you very much for that move. It has, even though physically you might not see it, but it has a psychological impact on President GEDEH. All right, because he knows that everybody is moving from behind him. He just, sooner rather than later, the royal will move to honor him. The man is just standing by himself. Now, let's transition to our another talking point that we have here. Let me see. Let me take this down. And we're gonna stay with Mr. Green KOJO. Okay, you see, everybody, the elders, they ask Mr. GEDEH to maintain his position as president of the Support Association. The board should be a board, the president should be president. The man refused to listen to the elders. He refused to listen to okay, all right. So he refused to listen to the youth, and he refused to listen to the queen of the union. He refused to listen to ladies of the union. In the midst of all of that, the man is still impersonating. That's what I said, Mr. KOJO is still impersonating as president of USA and pledged to continue the confrontation. Okay? So the brother wants to fight. That's what President GEO is all about right now. The man is drowning. A drowning man will do anything. The man is drowning. So when somebody is impersonating, right, you are not what you claim you are. That's what impersonation is. If you are not soldier and you say you're a soldier, you are lying. Basically, it's offensive way of saying the person is lying. So the man is impersonating as president, but he is not. He is not the incumbent. The man is a former president, but he's still impersonating as the current president of the United Sapphires Association. All right. So he's not the president. This man right here is the former president. Okay, we want to make that clear to you. He's the former president of the United Sapphires Association. So he shouldn't go around and telling people he's the president. If you are the president, then you follow the Constitution. If you are not following the Constitution, it means that you are not the president. Okay? So let's see what he wrote recently, advertised on Facebook here. What Mr. GEO wrote. Something he wrote there recently. Let me share that with you. The man said he's still the president. And he said he will fight. Let me read out for you what he said. This is what he wrote. Mr. GEO wrote, one day ago, I have come. All right. And the man talking, you know, the man can be talking. Oh, so yama. I don't put this in my storage here to advertise to the people. No, that's not it. Okay. So yeah, so the president, but before I go ahead, let me make the quick point, okay? Again, I made an appeal before, I will reiterate. You see, Grand Jury Association President, Mr. James YOUBOTY, I'm told the reason he didn't speak early is because he was not well. All right, and that's why. So that is understandable. Good. That's clear. All right, so our man KOJO, I think I gotta add a post here because I like to show you I'm a virtual man. Let me show you this thing. So we want to make a call to all community organizations. We ask you, we made this call before, and I will reiterate, I'll repeat it again. When your neighbor house is on fire, you do not pour gas. Pour, P-O-U-R. Okay? P-O-U-R. You don't pour the gas on it for that thing to burn more. All right? If your neighbor house is on fire, you find a way to extinguish, to put that fire off. Okay? So right now, our former president is causing problem. The man put our house on fire. Our United House, he put it on fire. All right? And so he is organizing a convention. Also the convention that was approved by him in North Dakota in 2019. He gave the Florida chapter, in keeping with the Constitution, $4,000 to rent a hall. This man is saying, let the people take the money free of charge. He's not going to the convention. He set up another convention, taking additional money from our account to rent another hall in Minnesota. So you can see the man is lavishing our resources. He's not using the resources for the intended purpose. The money in that Green KOJO is using in Minnesota to rent another hall, could have done something for our people back home. But no, the main goal is to squander money, people hard-earned resources. He wants to squander the money. So he sent the $4,000 to Florida, and then he took another $6,000 for another hall in Minnesota. And you see, so the man does not have, economically, he's not inclined. He does not care for the plight of the people in Liberia. Okay? Because if he cares, he will use that money to put a child on scholarship, to build hand pumps for our people, to get a generator for Johnson District, or the whole county will get buy a big generator that will get enough money to buy a massive generator that can power all the towns in the sample belt. Okay? We can do that. We can build state-of-the-art library for children to read and do research. You know, you don't necessarily have to go to classroom to learn. And that it's people that Malcolm X, they call them autodidact. You know, you teach yourself. Once the resources are around, you can teach yourself. Like, that's how you put it. I mean, I read more than even when I be thinking about people going to school, you know. But we just have to do it for the people. But I can say and learn what, because the resources are all around me. I can go on my computer. I can go. I mean, they got these different apps. Like, for example, Wise Geek. If you go on our website, Wise Geek, you can read about anything. They got all the things that make it simple. If you want how to fund scholarship, what sort of scholarship to apply for, and those things. I mean, they give you all the information. They give you want to read about nursing, they get it. You want to read about philosophy, they get it. They read about law, they get it. Anything you want to read, the resources are there. So instead of using the money, that money that what the guys are spending right now in Minnesota, we could put a lot of medication in the clinic in Johnson. So our people like see Mr. Body we alone, the other thing he said 2,000 worth of medication. The 6,000 plug green using right now to Rainhall, we can pour a lot of medication in the clinic over there, or we can all the clinics in the various towns in the Sapo area, because the United Sapo Association already. All right, so we can put clean medication in all those clinics over there with the $6,000 green using over there to have another convention. All right, or we can like either pour alone. She carry a whole truck. Whole like 18 wheelers, you carry a whole truck over there to put to and supply the people, the children over there with stuff. The United States Association can carry 20 trucks over there and supply things to our people. We can do, we got the resources. The people are willing to do stuff. But the president he is fixated on confusion. All right. So I am calling on all community organizations. All right. If you want to go to Minnesota, just go there to visit Green or tell Green to do the right thing or to come to the convention. When Green convention comes, going to Green's convention is dividing our people, because he is dividing our people. And so your best bet is to follow President Jim Yibote's step. He said Green Jokes go to Florida. So I am assuming if he were to go, he will come to Florida. Not because going to Minnesota again, you are fostering division in our midst. And that any organization that is in the interest of peace, any individual that is in the interest of peace should not be following a rebel faction. All right. The man has factionalized the organization. All right. He created Green KOJO Association and he calling it United Support Association. Meanwhile, he's not following anything that will put in place. He's doing your own thing. So going to Green KOJO convention is by definition, or if you like, practically you are dividing us. You are pushing his divisive agenda. That's what you are doing. All right. So that's why I'm impressed. Mr. James Yibote said, let's go to Florida. All right. Now, so we have the former president, because he said he likes to fight. He doesn't care about development and taking care of people and giving scholarship. They gain money. They approve money. They gain 12 students to put on scholarship. The money, we don't know what he did with it. But he wants to have 6,000. He wants Rain Hall in Minnesota, 6,000. All right. So this is why he wrote. He won't fight. The man's still fighting. This is why. Sorry, guys. Let me put that in my stuff here quickly. Let me do that. It's very quick. I need to show you. The man is just confusion man. That's why he enjoys. He enjoys confusion. Let me just post the thing quickly. I'll be right there with you to explain that what I have here, where he posted. Because I want you to see it too, not just me. So you can know the man is not a peaceful man. He just likes, if he drowning, he's just doing everything now because he's drowning. You know what? Let me just spoil everything. I finished already. So let me do anything I want to do. That's why the brother is on right now. You destroy everything. Yeah. He telling people when you're causing to stay alone by himself, you do it just to destroy. That's what the man said. So he doesn't care for the people back home. It's all about him. It is all. Why would these people be begging the man for 10 months? Why? Just want for your own people, best for building a good legacy for yourself. And man, the people are backing you. This is why he wrote. Let me take that bullet point down. This is why Green KOJO wrote. Let me put it on the screen so we can read it together. He wrote it. He published that. Okay. I have come as president. Okay, that's why I say he is impersonating. All right, he is not following anything. The Constitution says no, your time over. The elders say, you know what, let's restore you. He said, no, I'm not following the elders. The concerned member said, maintain your position. He said, no, I'm listening to you guys. The queen said, oh, Mr. GEO, maintain your position. He said, no, I'm not listening to you. You know, I said, I only listen to George Sion and Boy Sion. Those are the people I listen to. All right. So he wrote, I have come as president not to conform, okay, not to conform, meaning that he is not coming to obey the law, all right, not to conform to the do nothing and petty jealousy. You see, so the man is a confrontational man, right? Is there a leader talking? Is that how leaders talk? You don't see Joe Biden and talking that day, or Obama and talking at this. That's people. A frustrated man right now is kind of, I mean, exuding or putting out his frustration. So he's trying to find a way to put it out. What he thinks, that what he wants to do, because nobody paying attention to him. So he's saying, you know what, I won't get some attention. So let me tell the people, the thing burning inside me. Let me let the world know. I have come as president, not to conform. Okay, if you are somebody who was elected by a document, then you have to conform to the dictates of that document. If you go outside the scope, then you are doing your own thing. Okay, so the man said, I'm coming not to conform to the document and everything that will put in place. Okay, so he said, I have come as president not to conform to the do nothing and petty jealousy that kept us far beyond for a long time as an organization, but to confront it. Okay, so when you say confront, you won't fight. So Green said, you know what? They do nothing for 10 months under his watch. Nothing has been done but the people backing in. But he said that they do nothing before you fight. So is Green about to fight himself? It looks like it. For 10, I mean, let me add the more already. But I think about 2, so we can say 10, 11, 12, maybe more a year now. So for almost 11 months or 12 months or a year, this guy, the people have begged him to remain the president, to go to convention that he paid the $4,000 for us to go. He said, you know what, I am not going to those things. But he's saying, you know, that they do nothing. The people, I mean, he said jealous. People, I don't know who is jealous of him. So Green said, I have come as president not to conform. Okay, I'm here to fight. I'm not listening to anybody. In other words, that's what he's saying. I'm not going to listen to the elders. I'm not going to listen to some member. I'm not going to listen to the Constitution. I'm not listening to the Queen. I'm not listening to the ladies. No, I'm not here to conform. I'm not here to listen to anybody. I am here to confront anybody who stands before me. I will confront you. I will fight you. In other words, that's what he's saying. All right. So Jane YOUBOTY asking him to come to Florida. He said, no, I'm not coming there. You see, so all siders are now coming. And Green GEO is saying, no, I will fight. I will fight, will be the last man standing. And I told you, fighters don't live long. All right? Fighters don't live long. Just the same way, I mean, good people sometimes they don't live long, you know, which is paradoxical. But it's the same. So I told you to give you the example of Hitler. Hitler didn't live long because he was fighting. Charles Hitler, he's living now, but he's in jail. All right. So fighters don't live long, but the man said, I will fight. All right. So the man said he's not doing anything for the people. This is the man who carried almost $13,000 in his pocket. Oh no, that's small. Almost $16,000 when he recently went to Liberia. He carried above that when he first time went. The man said, do nothing, right? He went to Liberia with let me give you a little math here. The board of directors, he sent a budget, 7,000 some more dollars, 7,600 and some more dollars, or 200. The board said, no, sir, we have issue. The man went and took that $7,000. The members in Minnesota, they generated additional, close to that amount, $7,000. He put that together about 14 grand, all right? The man went, he said, the man is talking about do nothing, right? Do nothing. The man carried whopping almost $15,000, United States dollars in his pocket. He did not buy one bucket for anybody over there. He did not buy one copybook for our children over there. He did not buy one pair of slipper for anybody. But he is on the internet writing and said, do nothing. The people before him did not do nothing. And they're jealous of him. You carry $15,000 in your pocket. You didn't buy a bucket for the people. You don't care. Listen. Laser, the boy did not kill. He didn't kill all the dry chicken. He didn't buy one for the people to eat. And the man is saying people are jealous of him. What is it that people should be jealous of? Take the people money and go sleep in a five-star hotel in Liberia and people children are in school? Is that what you're talking about? No, nobody's jealous of you. We want to take you from there because you are not productive. The people are trying to work with you. They gave you 12 students to put on scholarship. You send 6. Why you put the other 6 away? The people ask you questions, you vex. And you say you calling people do nothing? The people gave you $10,000 to feed our people in the middle of coronavirus. You ate the money and you're telling about do nothing? You are not doing something, sir. Don't get me started right now. They gave you, the board approved $6,000 for delegation to come from the board of director and delegation to come, delegate representative if you want to come from the board. You get a $3,000 from the executive. The other $3,000 for the board of director, you put it in your pocket, you ate the money. And you're telling somebody they're not doing anything. What did you do with the $3,000, sir? Did you buy copyboard? Did you buy food for the people in Liberia? And you're calling, you're saying do nothing. You are not doing something for the people. You just want the people to put money in your pocket, or you go in the account and take money and you eat it. That's all you want. And you go bluff and tell people they are witchcraft when they play where they will die. That's all you call productivity. Is that productive? No, sir. So you can't put the words around when that's how you put it around. You are the do nothing, yes, man. You are not doing nothing for our people. And that is why everybody's turning around against you. You're calling people, the people that gave you the leadership on silver platter. The ESOTERIC, the Peace Ledger. I mean, those guys, college Jabberley, these people then give it to you. They say, you know what, because you were back, we will put you there. Now you made the people into enemies. And then you say, people are envying you. You are envying. You created the situation for yourself because you don't want to listen. You want to only listen to the woman that put you on her back. That's what you want. Is that why you made you president for? For the people to pull, and lap her down and walk on it? Like Jesus did after they pull the lapper down and they crucify him. All right? So, sir, if you don't listen to the people again, vox populi, vox Dei, the voice of the people is the voice of God. If you don't listen, this is what you get. You put out things that they are not coherent. So you are to do nothing, man. I just gave you practical, a lot of examples over there that you are not doing. You have a lot of opportunities to do something for our people, but you did not. So Green Code Geo said, it is not easy, but with my technical crew, we are gradually installing surveillance cameras, including sensors, lightings, in keeping with my office precautionary motives to help clean the system. The main thing with bluffing here, the man, he thinks you come, he's joking. People are suffering by home and green on the internet and playing phone. That phone they got playing. That's why he on here, because he knows at the end of the day, the people in Minnesota, they were getting free money and go to Liberia and go bluff. And so he gets on the internet and say all the nonsense. He putting surveillance in place. You're holding our people live, hosted for 10 months. The people are backing you, and you're telling you putting surveillance in place? You're putting camera in place? Sorry for our people, man. I'm glad that the people got the message. We got the message. The people know the problem in the union, and that's why the very chapter you are in, all the leaders resign. And your decision on constitutional team reach and your poor people that already ate our money before. You put them back so you can loot more. The man said, USA family, under this executive branch, you are safe. Okay? That sentence is a total trash. Yes. It's a total trash. The man said we are safe. The organization is divided on a watch. And he said we are safe. All right? The man said you're safe. With a confusion in the union green call that safety. That's what, so I don't know what this brother is talking about. You are safe.
And you are not talking to, besides George Sion and Boy Sion, those are the people you talk to. You're not talking to anybody in the union, but that is safety. That is fine. Not calling speech from people, and you're not talking, once somebody disagrees with Green KOJO, you are enemy for him. But that is safe. That is safety. The man does not want to go to Florida and say people were arresting, but that is safe. Man scared. A wrong, you know what? A wrong start to quarrel with him, and he say, "Nah, I'm going there. I scared." But he say it's safe. So the safety in Green talking about, for you to stay in Minnesota, the safety you're talking about, you go wrong. When you go to Florida, I will call the police on you and pull a man in jail. The man is a bad man. You pull a man in jail. People are suffering by home and he doesn't care. You put a man in jail right now. That's what I would tell the people. Hey, officer, take that man to prison right now. The man is an economic oppressor of the people. Carry the man in jail. All he cares about is himself to bluff and go in the garage and drink liquor and play. They want music, they can be playing. I said, what kind of people are these? In the 21st century, in the great United States, you have all the opportunity. The people are supporting you to help your people, and you're in the garage and doesn't. I say, you serious? You serious? Yes, indeed. When you can take the man from the forest, but you can't take the forest from the man. And that's what we are right now. They took the man from the jungle. The man is in America. The jungle is staying in the man. You don't want to listen. The only thing that is important, I want to go. Let's go dance. And you go on the internet and say, we'll put a surveillance around, and what? Who cares for that nonsense you're talking? It's nonsense. It is total nonsense. When people are cheering, they don't have food. Our brother just died yesterday. My no man is dead. And you're talking about and you're talking about you're over there and playing music in the garage. People drink liquor, and you're playing phone and come on the internet and make fun of people's lives. The organization united to give it to you, you divide it, and you're talking about you put surveillance in place. The man does something wrong with the guy. Before I leave, please don't miss out on the USAA 2021 National Convention here in Minnesota. You see the man, the confusion man. The man said Minnesota. He didn't say Florida. Mr. James Yubote just told the man go to Florida. And the man said no, Minnesota. I'm not listening to you, Mr. James Yubote. I am not going to listen to anybody. So he said, before I leave, Mr. James Yubote, let me remind you, please don't miss out on the USA 2021 National Convention held here in Minnesota. As a trained Harvard theologians will be the keynote speaker. I wish you can call that man name. I will call him and tell him that theologian that will go to. When that man goes there and he actually is Harvard theologian, it means that the man is following the philosophy of the bar God in the Bible. Yes, that's what I would tell him. If he goes to Minnesota, what Harvard graduate, whatever his name is, that you don't want to disclose to us, I know it's a lie. No decent Harvard graduate will go to that convention. The man divided people and calling and get people money on the other side, people hungry buy home, and you get the other people convention and say you go rent the hall. And then you get people another 6,000 in Minnesota, and say you go rent another. Then have a graduate coming there to give speech to 3 people in green living room. So I want to see that Harvard graduate that will go over there. No normal Harvard graduate will go over there. If you go there, then indeed you believe in the God of the Bible that killed more people than Satan did in the Bible. It's a divisive God in the Bible. So any theologian that goes to Greenville, then you are that God in that Bible. That will drown people, that will call floor and drown practically everything. The animal, the bird, and nothing, they did nothing wrong. You drown everything. And that's the kind of God that man is serving. That's not a good God. They understand where that theologian is coming from. It's a diabolical theologian that will go to Green while people are suffering in Liberia. They don't have clean water to drink, and Green is renting and dividing your people here, and you call him Harvard graduate? Is that something you want to bluff with people's lives? You serious? I don't see no normal Harvard graduate that will go to Green KOJO convention in Minnesota. No, if you go there again, then you are the God in the Bible where somebody will pray, the children will say, bald head, and then you will pray to that God, they will send sheep there and kill 42 children. And that's the God that pastor, that theologian is praying to. That's why he studied. Yes, that's the kind of God. They go in the Bible where Adam and Eve, they ate whatever they ate, and he said, you know, your whole generation for just eating fruit, you're all sinners. You get cancer for the rest of your life. He's not merciful. And that's the diabolical God that Harvard graduate will be worshiping, or he worships. So I know Harvard graduate, I'm going to Green KOJO convention. No. You want to come bring our Harvard team, it will intimidate us. No, we don't get time. We want practical impact, not degree, not the school. The person output is what we look at. We don't look at your paper that hanging on the wall. Who get time for that paper? A paper that is not reflected in the lives of the people is moot. It's gibberish. It's a mama jumbo. And so Green can come here and tell Harvard graduate, and who got time for that thing? We want people to get a degree in the sample land. We give you scholarship, and you refuse to give our children scholarship. And you say you won't be bragging about somebody getting Harvard degree. Coming to this, we don't get time for rhetoric. Right now, we need practical, pragmatic solution to the situation, the economic catastrophe that's going on in our land. That's what we need solution to. And now Harvard graduate coming and making speech. I don't kind of think they can move. The back in the day, don't you know, moving. In the day of Saywoon, I want food on the table for my people. I want the people to sleep on electricity. I want the people to get clean water. I want the people to get medication. I want the people when they get sick, when they go to the hospital, they will not throw them, they will not send them home because they don't get money. No, these are the basic things we want. We don't get time for that Harvard graduating Green talking about. Come on. Yeah, indeed, you can take the man from the forest, but you can't take the forest from the man. Harvard graduate cannot put food on the table for the people. That Green KOJO to get money, $10,000 to feed our people. Simple thing as that. The man couldn't do it. And he bragging about Harvard graduate here. That's too bad. That is sad. See you, folks. God bless you. I said, no. What kind of God is that he praying to? What kind of God will listen to Green KOJO with what he doing in the union? Oh, no. If a good God exists, he will not listen to the man. The only God that will listen to the God is a vicious God, a heartless God, because this man is heartless. Yes, that's the only God that he's talking to. God bless you. And then the people are talking to you all over the place, and you are not listening. And your people then telling you the voice of God is the voice of the people. And the man saying, you know what? To hell with the voice of God. I don't care. I don't care. All I care about is me. What I care about is what he's saying. The only thing I care about is Joyce should put me on her back. Oponko, that's what I want. Joyce Oponko, that's what I want. Yes. When I get food to our people, $10,000 can buy a lot of things for our people. I will put the money in my pocket and Joyce will put me on her back. That's what I want. I will confiscate Kalejabo the money that she's supposed to buy something with to go to Liberia, the boy. I will eat the money. That's why I have to bring Joyce saying, that's what I want. I will divide the people and Joyce will put me on her back. That's what I want. That is what I want. I will send the money to Florida and rent another home in Minnesota. Joyce will put me on her back. That's what I want. That's what important to me. That's what we'll do. Joyce, I'm on compo. So this Joyce, I'm on compo. Anju, I'm on compo. You buy dog on clip behind on pokon. You know that way. The man is doing the wrong. Everything is wrong. But this woman is still supporting the guy. Put the man on her back. Is that a good woman? Oh no, I don't want to say that. She's not a good woman. A good woman would not put this guy on her back because her mother is the one that takes care of the children. And this mother is saying, Green, you demolish everything. Break the union apart. I will put you on my back. That's what I want to do. The joy is saying for you. And me and that's how you put it. I will make sure and bring the darkness under the light. It will vanish. Because I will get people that causing, they've been holding out people, they will cry, oh, the people before, all the da, 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 da. When they come, they'll be the worst people. And that's what we're having right now. Green KOJO said the people before us, they did nothing. But they gave me all the resources. They gave me all the support. And the brother said, you know what? The people before us, they get problem. That the people get problem. That's it for you. Let's come to the next one here. I'm wrapping up for the day. You know, when I come up for a long time, the work can happen, I can stay a little longer. Okay, so this one is another breaking news coming from Minnesota. Again, in Minnesota, the people, majority of the people, they are not in support of what Green KOJO is doing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora with Dr. Podak. The Minnesota chapter members, you know, you have to understand 99% of the members, they are not in support of what Green KOJO is doing. Okay? 99% of the members, they are not in support of what Green is doing. And so, yes, last night, I got a phone call. So far, so good. The group, they are about almost, the number is growing exponentially. So about, the last time I spoke with the gentleman, he said we are coming closer to 50 persons. All right, the group. So they call themselves Concerned Members of USAA Minnesota Chapter. They gave former President KOJO ultimatum to go to Florida or face legal action. Okay. The guys are saying it is not right for one man to hold the union hostage, for one man to hold our resources hostage, and the people by whom are suffering. And so the guys said they can't take it no more. Okay. So they gave the man ultimatum. The guys are saying if Green does not go to Florida, they will make sure and sabotage the convention in Minnesota legally. That's what they're going to do. They are going to sabotage the convention in Minnesota legally. They are not saying illegally. They are not going to do it violently, no. They are saying we are putting all mechanisms in place. If Green does not come to Minnesota, Florida, and force the convention in Minnesota, it will not go on. In as much, the first thing, once we come from Florida, we are proceeding. Because once we don't see him in Florida, we are going ahead with our legal action. We're going to get to our lawyer to put a halt to that convention in Minnesota immediately. That's what we're going to do. That's it. So the concerned members of Minnesota, they are sick. They say our children, our mothers, our fathers in Liberia, they are living like people in the Stone Age. And this guy is fighting 24 hours here in America for confusion. And it is not right by those people. And so they will make sure Green KOJO convention does not go on. In as much he wants confusion, they will go into legal confusion. That's why he wants now. And so that's why the concerned members of the Minnesota chapter, they call the voice of the people. That's how you put the last name they were telling me. And I was filled with joy. I said, now finally, the people are standing up. For too long, you guys have been quiet. The people of the union, you've been quiet, and this guy is carrying our people's lives backwards. And you are quiet. And he said, Dr. Ayopoda is the problem. No, I don't like injustice. I don't like oppressors. I don't like tyrants. I don't like people. You know, you have to understand tyrants. They got the soft tyrant and they got the hard tyrant. The hard tyrants are the ones that take guns and shoot people, but when they tell a soldier, they kill people. The soft tyrant is the people that Green KOJO, we call them economic tyrants. They hold the people economically. They don't want growth. Because when the people develop, they will not have the people that celebrate it again. So they say they use all these things. They don't want money job. They will go and get them money. They will not buy. KOLO also KOLO. So anything so but the people just get him money. So the people can sing behind him. Oh, Green KOJO, oh, and they sing. And that's why when you want to sign out, the people want on the farm. It's a bad guy. And so the people are tired now. The members of the Minnesota chapter, they fell out with this guy. What he is doing to our people. The man goes to the hospital anytime he say they will treat him. When he get headache, he get it and everything available to him. If he doesn't have healthcare insurance, people will take care of him in America. That is not the case with people in Liberia. Everybody, they are duped, they are happy when he came in and said, yes, the guy will continue in the culture and the tradition of Obako. So we'll give support, full support. The guy blew the opportunity, and the people are calling for everywhere, the community, outside the community. They are begging the guy for 10 whopping months, and our people are suffering back home. And he said, I'll keep fighting. He read his statement on Facebook. We will confront. We're into confrontation. Oh, they'll be crying, I'll be sobbing in my heart and say, what is wrong with this guy? Why have you ruined yourself this way? Why, brother? Just for arrogance? For Bishop? Bishop held our people back. The guys who get on radio and speak all the BB book all over the place. And the people don't have food on the table. That's what we're talking about. The same way your children, your family can eat in America, we want to provide the economic relief for our people back home. But the brother said he wants to sell us a video, he wants camera all over the place to be watching so he can fight. That's all he thinks about. So now the Minnesota members too, they are saying, you know what? We're going to join you saying you want to fight. We are joining you to get in the fight. But we are not fighting you by going on Facebook and saying we'll fight. We are fighting you through the law because this is the law, the land of laws. This is the land where my brother Otavian and say, where they get the people they call Nyong Bayanimio, the police, Nyong Bayanimio, they get the police, no joke. Yes. And so the guys are saying they're going to use the law to subdue this guy who thinks he is above everything. Those are doing. I say over 50 members so far. The guys, I say, how many of you on the same number? The people, the few people around Green, the Joy Sion, the Boy Sion, and the few people around him, those are the people, the majority of us say we're not supporting that thing the man doing. Why would we be happy while people suffering by when the man doing the same, we're supporting him? Why would we do that? Who in a red man would do that? And so the guys are saying, the fight is on. So the ultimatum that they gave Green, ultimatum is an order. They gave you a deadline. The deadline is Florida Convention. If they don't see Green in Florida, the guys are saying, if they don't see Green in Florida, the convention in Minnesota will not go on. They will not allow that convention to go on. Because the guy is, that means he is undermining our union. And they will not allow an underminer to hold a convention, to hold a convention in their chapter while they are there. No. Green does not make he alone does not make the Minnesota chapter. All right. So they themselves, they will not follow suit. They will not allow that man to do what he do. I mean, even though it's a waste of money, but they will make sure that convention does not go on. And at least they're not doing it to fight the man, go and disturb. No. Their lawyer will send a communication to the man and say, sir, from all indications, given the documents that we have in your possession right now, and the evidence, you are not the president of the organization. The members are saying, don't have the convention. Once the letter goes to that man, you know, a man afraid of police now, you will not have that convention. You may scare the police. So that's exactly what the Minnesota, and I want to applaud those guys. You are doing the right thing. Now you are thinking like that's how you put it. We shouldn't praise. Ataliali has led, I mean, people that are supposed to be doctors, scientists, engineers, I mean, geologists, different things. They perish in poverty back home because of Ataliali, because they wanted one person to be there and the person is doing the wrong thing. And they said, Ataliali, no, we are not going to Ataliali in the age of Sayopude. No. I said, when you do the wrong thing, we'll deal with you sufficiently. I will globalize you and show your negativity to the world. I will do that. And so that's green right now for you. The guys in Minnesota that are ready for now. That transition. I want to applaud the guys' action over there. They did great. That's what I want to hear. That is what I want to hear. You sit down there and, you know, I mean, how could you? Why you sit down and you made a guy holding our people and you say you can 0 degree tolerance? Are you serious? I said, the man, something wrong with the guy. I'll tell the man for you. Give me a chance, I'll call the police some money and you put that man in jail. Now, right now. You put the man in jail now. I don't want to see your callous man. You know, callous. You know, when somebody's callous, they don't care for people. Callous. Nice people will not do what Green is doing. If a man is nice and kind-hearted people will not look at the economic condition of our people back home and be on flower all day. I will confront them. I will fight today. I will fight whenever you do. I will not listen to Grand GEDEH president. I will not listen to Togo president. I will not listen to Nigeria president. I will not listen to Joe Biden. I will fight. That's what I will do. What? You serious? That's a serious man there. Una Johnson on compo there or punk whatever that auto. I will call Man Johnson again. Sacrinko. I'm telling you now, Sokon. Osene Konenimo. Osene Konenimo Sokon. Osene Konenimo Sokon. Take the guy from your back. You know, what are you saying? I'm speaking the original language. That's my original English, that foreign language. So I'm going to blue. Johnson. I believe you now. More po juko. Ni amune kle. Amun di de pona. Do you jobo? In desere bune. Amun te blula. Then I'm po ajura konle. De te clever blue clever di odia on that way. Or say you know afian de budo no isere ni nia po konkawe. De ti ampo green konwe. De onu de po mona ne po konwe mo enu nyomo. Peter Israel ne uno nje kwan na po green ko onyan wuri yodi na po kon. Ase dede aso no. Dede ese dede. Kalo de anu. Epon kalo di. No bawo ya nu nyane. Dalale no mure nyimo no an program. Abu fon ne afin ande on no ruwa. Abli nyomba nyino na ade wedai. Mo nyumo ni nyumba ni che na podi tadwe na nda nyumo na ajiro nyumba ina ampoya jare gba akwa edenu me kwose nyumo na ya tidi sa nyumba la nyumba ni tadwe gba na wenu mo na ampoya tidi amutidi sa. It's a culture that didn't know why I said that the people revere the woman in North Dakota. When the guys were fighting, when I found their basement, I know that the people were fighting. I found it order. Rather, you know, by women. You are more set to ya. I'm one the organization blame. Every fan say you know, I know say so yeah. And because in that you want it's because you want to then you back ben you but the ason umpo wadu ne po kuniko. And I'm going to Jinendeo, I'm on bow. So, me Jelena, on a cafe, clever. We call Louis because Pojudacon, nobody down or part de clever sass are in a porco. That the Pojudacon and Socon. Osena Conco. Po Isa Sabecon. Isa Saben Compo. In jail, your compo, because was set at training with the Awiclabe. Awa kompo po prise kon po boto jawi kon po mayeto le kon po Mr. Fale kon tato Fale sin po Français Maya kon po Kolo kon po Sansen Brown kon in Djibouti you know kon po mo charter president now mo jare wuri mo host convention jere na mo foreign la mo andi convention na hosera wuri anjale mo wuri am ji so new no president okon edenu you know unda wuri fancy oja obo nu 175,000 na say abri wuri nyimo obo nu kweda son no kweda meson job ebe odu could have mason John or conventional blia. Wulu could have mason John me or port adway, me or you jolly. On ye green, we say then. I say Tamwa thing there, and you more, dably. Tamwa, now was 18. Now, poor, that young Pojuraco. Monone or poor new sukru, then graduate me poor. Morale, oppo the queen their hospital are clean away and they're nepoku. They made a place a blessing and daddy. Morale, oppo lay their blue nepoku. Morale, up or neo, ninja na, ninja dre, nepoku. Did I but you know idea we nepoku? That young poku. Tell the man from your back. I will talk it. You know, lucky. I will talk it. Me, I will talk it. You wouldn't say, oh, what a man speaking Sabo, but yeah, that's my language. You don't want to hear me, then go. That's the original language. That's a language that makes me who am I today. So I'm proud to speak my language. You know, I'm poor, you know, say, oh, poor blue. And they could be a poor, so mon equipment, then no queer. When I'm on no queer, then poor blue. Not that queer. Mon plus da muna abrile na mani abrilu abrilu ampoa ese anje ba ulu nimpoa so onji kuri mani anje ba ulu bo na le monkuyo ebe nu nikuya sa de onyuma anu ze de anu onjibo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the last one that I want to talk about. This one is a breaking news as well, because the former president of the United Sapphire Association spoke up, and so one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dr. Airport, the Esoteric, coming to you, Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, the great land, the land of the free, and the home of the brave. I'm a brave man, so I would say it. All right. Me and Dennis, are you put there? Are you put there and play final? You want to down down for that? Tally. Okay, Tally, you want to Tally, Tally, you want Tally. There was a banyu jani and Tally. You know, I'm more, you're saying, Jarabamu. You're banyu jali amumu. All right, now, so the breaking news here, ladies and gentlemen. Former national president of the USAA, Mr. Marcus Pine, urges both Florida and Minnesota convention delegates to refrain from holding elections, as this has the potential to prolong the conflict. All right, so that's the former president of the United Sapphire Association. I think he served, he was the president 1847, I think. I'm just kidding. All right, so Mr. Pine, former president of the Sapphire Association, you know, everybody has their opinion. And so we can't begrudge the former president for sharing his view with us. So that's Mr. Pine. The former president is saying again, former national president of the United Sapphire Association, Mr. Marcus Pine, urges both Florida and Minnesota convention or delegates to refrain from holding elections, as this has the potential to prolong the conflict. All right, so now I just want to read the opinion of the president or the former president, and then I will give my perspective, what I think of what the former president said. All right, so let me go in here quickly and share my view with you, what he said, what Mr. Pine said, a full statement. Where is my piece? I didn't share it to you myself. It's easy. I'll get it in a second. Give me a second. Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, Mr. Pine just published his statement recently. I think today it was published. So, Mr. Pine right here, this is what he wrote. Let's read his statement. It's on a page. If you are not ready, it's right on a page that you can go share. Let me share Mr. Pine's statement with us. What he said. Let's see. I'll store on my device to I'll share that with you on my page. Nah. The Grand GEDEH. No, I don't think that's true. Okay, let me read it from my phone here. I got it with me. All right, so this is what Mr. Pine said. Let me read it. Let me put a picture there so you can know who wrote this, not me. So Mr. Pine said, he wrote this, was written 8 hours ago. It was published actually. On his page here. That's what he wrote. Admonishment to the USAA leadership. Okay, admonishment. That means he admonished that he advising us, and giving his opinion. He's not telling us what you do this. It's not a declaration. It's not an imperative statement. You say admonish. When you admonish somebody, you're asking the person to reconsider the decision. Okay, so he said admonishment to the USAA leadership. This is my admonishment to the party litigants, okay, of the United States Association in Americas to avoid or desist from holding elections to their respective conventions. The holding of elections has the propensity to prolong the conflict. After the merit-making conventions, the various parties can work out the modalities for a peaceful and amicable solution or resolution to the conflict. All right. He went on to say, in my capacity as a former president and elder, I will not sit supinely to allow this ugly situation to unfold before our eyes, and again without putting stop to it. We have traveled this path before, and we all know the unbearable pains and sufferings it brought to our dear United States Association in Americas. No one has the exclusive constitutional rights to conduct elections between the board of directors and the executives. Both are interdependent to carry out the constitutional mandate vested in them by the United States Association in Americas based on the Constitution. Furthermore, no individual is indispensable to conduct elections wholly and solely without the order. I want to remind you all that our relationship is intertwined and interwoven. If you hold the rope will definitely hold the butch. Let me reiterate that the board of directors don't have the authority to conduct elections without the executives. Likewise, the executives don't have the authority to conduct elections without the board of directors. All right, and that's what the former president said. That's his opinion. All right, he has the right to say that. Now, Mr. Sue, Mr. Pine, want to say thank you for your late intervention. Thank you so much. Again, late is better than never. At least you came forth to say something. But going on Facebook and writing, it's not how leaders solve problems. Okay? Leaders get practically involved. The publication or statement can come later based on your intervention. So one would have thought that Mr. Pine, the former president, would have joined, for example, the Elders Council or the concerned members, to go and make the decision that was reached. You have to understand, before we got to the point we are right now, all possible options were exhausted. Okay? All possible options were exhausted. All right? The elder intervened. GEO said no. The ladies, they intervened. Green said no. The queen intervened. Green says no. The entire union, they intervened. Green says no. And so Mr. Pine is saying, even though the Constitution says Green time is over, he is not the president anymore. Despite of that, the ballot that is covered by the Constitution, the board of directors, the Constitution is crystal clear, is unambiguously clear. is unequivocally clear. It says, in the absence of the General Assembly, the board is in charge of the organization. Now, the situation got worse. The president constitutionally, his time is over. And so who is in charge of the organization now? Should we say, you know what, Green time oversaw the organization, we should not have convention, we should not have election because Green will get angry? Is that leadership? And no. And I'm a little puzzled by the elder. There's something the elder said here. He said, the board of directors, no, that's not the portion I want to read. What he talked about. Let me reiterate that the board of directors don't have the, no, that's not what I wanted. Something he said here. In my capacity of former president elder, I would not sit supine to allow this situation, the ugly situation, to unfold before. Okay, it is ugly, right? The situation is ugly, but the elder sat forever. He is quiet. It's ugly. He didn't say pretty situation. He said ugly situation. But the ugly situation has gone on for almost going to second year now. The elder now coming up. Former president now is coming out. He put a statement on Facebook. Did he reach out to Green? Could be. I don't know. I can speak to that. Did he reach out to the board of directors? Could be. I don't know. Did he reach out to the elders? Could be. I don't know. Did he reach out to the concerned member that also intervened? Could be. I don't know. So all the different people, the board listened to all those people, even though the board, they got the constitutional backing. And the boss said, yeah, I will listen to you guys. The guy who does not have the constitutional backing, he said, I'm not listening to you guys. Granted, the president can say, no, I'm not listening to you. I will fight. But the man said, the president said, y'all go to your merit-making convention. Okay, you say you want to solve a situation, but your words are derogatory. They are putting, he said, merit, the people are going there to have fun. Now, why are you saying in other words? It's not something productive. Y'all go and merit-make and combat. No election. Okay, who are you now? A dictator? Or telling you don't have okay. But he's saying demolishing, so you're demolishing us. But if you're demolishing us, don't be condescending. Don't act like you're ridiculing people. And you say we are intertwined and da. You are saying those things. I mean, okay, you say furthermore, no individual is independent or indispensable to conduct election wholly and solely without the other. I want to remind you all that our relationship, you see, our relationship is intertwined and interwoven. Okay, that's something he said. Now, there was a saying elder the other day. He is now saying, oh, we should be peaceful. We shouldn't exacerbate the situation because having separate convention will exacerbate the situation. I mean, it's the same elder that came public the other day and insulted another elder. All right? One would have thought the one who seeks peace will conduct himself in a peaceful fashion. But the man recently insulted one of the most respectable elder in the South Pole line. The most respectable elder, I can say, in the Republic of Liberia. Honorable Sasa. You were cussing the man the other day. But we are interwoven. We are intertwined. Okay, maybe when it comes to certain things, we are not intertwined. You know, one would have thought he will handle that professionally. But now, hey, he shot the man, but he now say, oh, yo, no election. I'm the former president. We can't sit back for that to happen. But in a situation, you cuss, you insult people good. But then you turn around, you want people to take it seriously. No, sir. Your language is not pleasant. The way you go about it is not, it's unacceptable. I'll read the statement again now and put it apart. Google. I'll put it apart. Good. Okay. He said, this is my admonishment to the party litigants. Okay. Litigants. Okay. That one, let's leave it right now. We are not in code there, so there is no party litigants here. All right. Of the United South Association in America to avoid or desist from holding elections. Okay, Mr. Pine, if we say we should avoid holding election, right? How do we run the organization now? Who should be the leader? The organization should not be with our leader because Green Coach is angry. how do we run the organization when there is no election? Because the Constitution calls for election. And you say we can't have election. The only man that does not want election is Green KOJO. So because of one man, we should not have election? I don't get it. If we say, for example, majority of the members are saying no election, then maybe, but you got Green KOJO and a few people in the garage in Minnesota. They are vexed. The local chapter members over there, they are moving from behind him. Everybody moving behind him. Because of Green, we say we should not have election. Green should go to the convention in Florida. He paid the $4,000 for us to rent a hall. So Green should go there. If Green does not go, it doesn't mean we shouldn't have election. So because Green is what? They see one man says, I mean, that's it. No, it's not so say one, so say, oh no. Green is just a speck in a whole spectrum, a whole large group of people, a large group of people. He's a one man. So because of that man, we shouldn't have leadership. We should sit down and our people suffering by and say because Green vest, so we shouldn't have election. No, sir. That's a bad advice. That means you yourself, you don't love the people. The interest of the people should be first, and not the interest of Green KOJO. When Green vexed, let him stay to where he is. But it cannot stop the Constitution from functioning. We got to still go about the Constitution. The Constitution requires that we go for election every 3 years. So after 3 years, we'll have to go for, if Green does not want to go, you stop it because Green does not want to go for election. Oh, no. The election will go on. The only time the election will not go on when the members say the General Assembly, because they are the higher decision-making body. When they say no election, then we'll leave it. But other than that, we can't suspend election because Mr. Elder Pine says that. No, because it is not the Constitution. We don't want to operate outside the state of nature. And so we say we want law, we want to be ruled by law. So we call it rule of law. And so the rule of law says that every 3 years, the people, the board of directors and the executive, they have to go to the ballot box so that the people can elect who they want. And Mr. Pine said, no, Green is vexed. And so when you have election, it will prolong the conflict. Okay, let Green get vexed. Nobody is angry. Green is the only man that is angry. That's what because one man is angry, we should forget our children that are not in school. We should get our people who Green did not feel in the middle of the coronavirus. We gain $10,000. We should wait for that man. Oh, no, sir. No, not at all. Yeah, in the absence of Green, we will go ahead. With or without Green, the union will survive. We don't need a brother. The man would give 12 students, approve it to give them a scholarship. He didn't get a scholarship. And he said, because of him, we should hold on election so that nothing can be done for our people. No, we got to go ahead. Green doesn't want it. That's it. He can go by himself. Those of you that are in support of it, you'll go. That's fine. We got to go. When Green comes back on board later, the money he raised the same way Charles Closey did, you will bring the money, we'll put it in the account. The leaders, the person who will be in power will take care of that. Yeah, they will do something for our people. But we can't wait for Green alone. No, Green does not make the union. He is one man in the union. We gave him free election. Everything, full support. And the man said, no. He wants to leave that. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to prolong the people. I mean, yeah, he wants to just get into conviction. And the elder is telling us, no, you have avoid election. You have go dance. You have come back. And then before we find solution. Okay, but while you are dancing and eating the good food here, guess what? It's not the case where the people bow. And so our priority is not our dancing here. We don't want to do dancing. And the convention, yes, we will dance. But the purpose, the telos of the convention is to generate money to help our people that Green KOJO neglected. And so the elder cannot come and denigrate our encounter by saying, you go marry, you're marry-making conventions. Maybe Green KOJO convention is marry-making because the interest, the view, the goal of the people in Minnesota is to put money in Green pocket. I'm not saying all of them. Few elements around the president. Those are the people that want to marry-make. Yes, we will dance, but in the process of dancing, we are paying money to go in there. Is $100 in the first place to get in there. So we are making contribution. From there, we'll do fundraiser in the building. So it's not just dancing. And so you come and talk down to people. And these are the elders in the community that have problem. That have been putting the community apart. You talk down to people. That Mary make. Y'all go dance. That all that matters to you guys are what he's saying in other words. Let you go dance. You come back with a solution. For all the 10 months, the elders, your colleagues have been negotiating. You didn't come. But it's a time for election to fulfill the mandate of the Constitution. The man said, no, don't follow the Constitution because Green is vexed. Green angry. And so we shouldn't hold election because Green is vexed. SAYWON, we don't come and wait the guy when people children don't have food to eat. They're working barefoot bound. Yes. No school, children. I mean, when you see the picture, then nothing to wear, clothes all over the place. We can buy stuff and put it in the trucks and send it to our people over there. And the man said, we must sit down and wait for Green because Green vex. You see? And that's why the United Support Association is backwards because we have the people with that kind of thinking. He was the president before that, why nothing was done because they want to please certain people, so the whole team stands still. Yeah, no, because one person vex. And so the lives of the people should stand still. Napoleon Ho. If the man cannot send food to the people, why should we wait for him? Food. In the middle of the virus, the people gave you $10,000. And we don't know what happened to the $10,000 today. And you say we want to wait for the man. How can we wait for the guy? Why? Why would anybody wait for Green KOJO? Give me cordial reason. The man said we don't want to prolong the conflict. Green is the one that prolonging it. Nobody fighting over anything yet. The guys that have the authority to say, you know what? We listen. We listen to everybody. The guy who doesn't have the authority says, I will fight. And you say, we'll wait for the man. No, sir. We cannot. And each hour, each second that passes, our children's lives have been wasted by whom? The elders that needs paracetamol, that needs ibuprofen, that need KOTO, whatever, some kind of painkiller, their time is being wasted. No help. But then the elders say, no, wait. Those of you that in America, you're okay. You can just eat the food, you dance, and just put other people's life on hold back home. No, we're not going to listen to that. That's how you put that will not heed to that kind of advice. It's a terrible advice. No. It's a terrible advice. We are not going to follow that. Sorry, former president. Sorry. At least you send back or rights to the people. Green failed to do that. Think about it. You said, I want to say you send rights to the people. Green did not send one cup of rights to the people. They gave the money. And you say, we're going to wait for the man. Mr. Point, how can we wait for Green when the man cannot send $10,000 to our people? When the man cannot send $10,000 that the people gave him, just send it to the people. Let the people get something to eat. A man who can't feed our people, no. No. The people can't eat Nessie quarter. It's not Nessie quarter 24/7. No. The people approve that thing. We build it over one something else. They gave you 12 students for scholarship. The man cannot feed our people. He can't get that knowledge. But Mr. Pine said we should wait for him. No, we should not have election. We should put the Constitution aside. Oh, no, Mr. Pine, I disagree with you. In the presence, in the absence of Green, we must do something to save our people, to intervene, to change the condition of our people. We can't wait for Green KOJO. No, Green is okay here. Green and he gets anything he wants. Those are all here, we okay. But I'm talking about my brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, by whom those are the people we're talking about. You say, well, wait. No, time doesn't wait for any man. Time is going right now. It's moving. It's not waiting for you. We can't wait for Green KOJO. So I'm calling on all of you that are listening to you. Go to Florida. Go and pay your quota. If the people decide, say we shouldn't have election, that's fine. And that's what we should do. But in the absence of that advice the former president gave, no, it's no involved upon arrival. No, we should not take that. Because taking that, you are putting your brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers back home, their life on hold. And I don't think you want to do that. Green wants to put the people's life on hold. And that's why he doesn't want to listen to anybody. So we can't wait for Green KOJO. No. You can't do that. We can't. Let's go to the last talking point. I'm off for the day. Yes, that's how you put it. esoteric. It means understood by the chosen few. If you are not among the chosen few, you will not understand me. Yes. Mana Frances Clark Myers is in the chosen few, so she understands me. Mana Ida Poa is in the chosen few, she understands me. Boto Jawi is in the chosen few, she understands me. Marvin Duell, he understands me a little bit. A lot of the guys, President KOLO understands me, so he in the chosen few. Green KOJO is not in the chosen few, so he can't understand me. Joy Sinoe is not in the chosen few, so she will not understand me. Elder Boy Sinoe is not in the chosen few, so he will not understand me. Elder, former president, Mr. Marcus Pine will not understand me because he's not in the chosen few. Anybody who tells me to say we should wait for green KOJO, you will not understand me because we are now on the same page. We can't wait for green. We can't hold hostage. No. In the cause of the people. And I will borrow the phrase from George Weah instead of saying, because the progressives, they said, in the cause of the people, the struggle continues. But George Weah says, no. In the cause of the people, the struggle must end. And so, I agree with George Weah. We must end the struggle, the economic struggle of our people. So we got to do everything to end the struggle of our people. We can't wait. No, waiting is not an option. No. Waiting is not an option for us. No, time is fast. No, we can't do that. We can't be burying our children. Like Mark Norman is gone now, we're going to bury that man. We can't wait. No. Let's bring the potential of the people up by giving them that skills they need. When they need vocational education that provided, we can't wait for Green KOJO. No. Green wants to bring a Harvard theologian to preach to him. That's what he wants. We don't get time for Harvard theologian business. All right, let me get to Sinoe County quickly. I'll be off for the day. Let me do my last talking point here. Okay, so the last one, ladies and gentlemen, Senator Milton Tiaje of Sinoe County, he bribed the people of Sinoe with $1.3 million Liberian dollars for the people to re-elect him. And so he promised also, after giving out $1.3 million, he also promised to build George Weah Milton Tiaje Highway in Sinoe with machetes. Machete meaning colleges. They will use colleges to build a highway in Sinoe. And that highway will comprise of 12 lanes in total. So 6 on the other side and 6 on the other side. Our Milton Tiaje recently to our people. All right. People, I know some people listen to, the guy likes to talk about green. He likes to talk about Milton Tiaje. I don't like to talk about those people, but I am forced to talk about them. And the reason I'm talking about them, they are bad people. And so I will talk about them. And you see, when I read the article that Milton himself published, I practically went off. Like I was on my laptop. I nearly threw that thing away when I read that. Yeah, because it was literally annoying to me to hear this palpable lie. This like broad day lies the brother told. When you're talking about building George Weah and Milton Tiaje Highway in Sinoe. I just thought, I mean, these people, when they eat the people money, their stomach grow big. When they leave the city to go there, then they make fun out of our people. Yes, that's what they do. Milton Tiaje went to Sinoe County, they go on town, during the so-called July 20th, because they used those kind of occasions to run campaign. So he went there subterraneanly. He went there to run campaign. And Milton Tiaje was making fun. He literally, okay, you got to understand, these are the guys, they've been crying and said, no money. No money or the people suffering. With the government suffering. No money. The government doesn't have money. This man right here. He said, no money in the country. Their staffers were crying, they play for their pay. Because they say no money, government doesn't have money, the government is broke. This man recently went to Sinoe, the same man are crying, saying no money. He went to Sinoe and start distributing money. The man did exactly what Robert Sally did, right? I think the other man did it, the other did too, Thomas Fowler. Put people online and get them money. 1.3 million Liberian dollars. That's what they got dividing. But they say no money, but they begs the question, where did Milton Teja get the money from? That's the fundamental question. And I know where the money came from. I can tell you. That is just a rhetorical question I was asking. I know exactly where the money came from. And where did the money come from? All right, I'm a pictorial man. I'll show you some things then before I tell you where the money. And in that process, you know where the money came from. Number one, you see this right here. Court issue arrest warrant for Senator Milton Teja for economic crimes. Okay, you getting the idea where the money came from? Court issues arrest warrant for Senator Milton Teja for economic crimes. So when you commit economic crimes, it means you took the people money. All right. So the man stole our county money. Let me take that bullet point down so you can see something. He stole our money. The third judicial court of circuit court of Sinoe County has issued a writ for the arrest of Senator Milton Teja, who once served as superintendent of Sinoe County. He stole the money, and that's how the court issued a arrest warrant for him. Okay. This led to him going to court. And here's the court verdict. I mean, I got a verdict, but this is what, I mean, when you are declared guilty, I got a court verdict itself. Milton Teja guilty for corruption. Teja guilty for corruption. All right. This man was declared guilty for corruption. Why? Because, again, he denied the people economic opportunity. The people, he was a superintendent, he ate the people money. All right. So, yeah, let me read a little bit of what on the screen there for you. Sinoe County Senator J. Milton Teja has been judged guilty for acts of corruption and ordered arrested if he fails to pay into government revenue a fine of $50,000 into government revenue by the judge of the 14th Judicial Circuit Court or Circuit in Riverside County after being found guilty of misappropriation of the county's development funds. Okay, handing down the ruling on Tuesday after months of legal battle between the former Sinoe County superintendent and the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission for his alleged link. So, okay, so you can see the whole thing over there. Okay, so Milton Teja stole our money. He was declared guilty for corruption. He was given money to build our roads in Sinoe County. The man ate the money. This criminal now is telling us he about to build Milton Teja and George Weah Highway in Sinoe County. When over $4 million was squandered by this man, he ate the money and built prostitution center for himself, a motel. He built school for himself, private school, or if you let, commercial school, with the people money. He built radio station for himself. He calls it Liberty Radio Station instead of saying not Liberty Radio Station. That man went and built several mansions for himself, abandoning the roads, the money they gave him to rehabilitate the roads. The man abandoned all the roads. This man now has gone to Sinoe County. The idiot had gone to Sinoe County, I should say, and say he's going to build George Weah and Milton Teja Highway, lying to our people. These are the criminals that hold our people back, lies backwards. I don't like to see them. This is the advanced Green Code Geo right here. The advanced one, the corrupt one in Liberia, in the nation. When you do Google search right now on corruption in Liberia, the first man whose name comes on is Milton Teja. Corrupt man. This is the man who serves as Deputy Information Minister for Charles Taylor, who murdered, I should say, 250,000 innocent souls in the country. The man was proud to defend Charles Taylor. That wasn't enough. He said, you know what, I will kill the people economically, and so I will eat their development money. He was declared guilty. $50,000 he was fined. The man has not paid. Milton Teje has not paid the $5,000 or $50,000 fine. And then the people are, that's why when they call the people honorable, I get pissed off. The man ate your money. He was declared guilty for corruption. He helped child to kill people and defend a child, and you calling him an honorable? The man is a qualified dishonorable. Yes, that's the kind of people. So Milton Teje, let me show you some things here. Let me show you some things. This man is horrible. I just show you the guilty verdict, right? It wasn't enough. So listen to Milton Teje himself.
No nominee in the entire Republic of Liberia tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers to some of the poor father in my head. No, nothing. They will be so disappointed to come to my point. No, I have a kind of tradition in my office. I was chairman, which I intend to continue. And that tradition is when I'm confronting people, I tell them the truth. They are the ones who are giving you this job. But if we don't confirm you, you will not get it. Okay. I also have young people behind me that need to work. So by God's grace, if we succeed confirming you, because we have the 1 or 2 names. When I put the agreement, I confirm, please take a move for me. Let me be a PR officer in the agency. That's the reason I get it. All right. I get that.
This is the man. That corruption, I got it. I got this kind of tradition in my office, and that kind of tradition is corruption. Before, when the president sends people for confirmation, I will blackmail you. You have to assure me that you will hire my people. It is not about merit. It's not about what are the person that is vetting, what are the person has the requisite skills, the knowledge to do the work. It's about you have to make sure. It's corruption. This is the form of corruption, right? That is not what we send Milton Teje for, to tell the people, say, you know what, you got to make sure, and I give you the person to be a PR person in your office when you're confirmed. You know, that's not why we send Milton Teje over there, to vet people, to make sure that the people can do the job for us, or the people that the president sends. But the man is so, he said, that corruption part, I get it. That's the tradition I have in my office. You have to hire my people for it. You have to show me, you sign document that you will hire my people for it before I can confirm you. Otherwise, because you say, we don't want giving the job. Because we don't confirm you, you're not getting a job. And so you got to blackmail the person. This man is a hardcore criminal. All repentant. He can't change. Milton Teje will never change. And this is the man, he got $1.3 million in sharing it in Sinoe County. All right? He was sharing it among the people. Buying the people vote. He wants the people to vote for him in 2023. And so he gives him money. You know where he got the money from? Again, he stole the people who are Sinoe County money. He's doing a private business. He got private school, and he got motels he's running. He got apartment complexes that he's running. He stole the people, abandoned the roads and all of that. He running it so that the people money now that he stole, he carried the money back to give it to them, some of it. And he said, you know, I'm getting the money so you can vote for me 2023. Okay? That's another way of saying it. That's why he's saying other words. He's bribing the people to get the people vote. Because the people are hungry. Oh, you're hungry people. I will make you hungry, and then later on I'll give your own money to you so you can go for me. All right? So $1.3 million Milton Teje distributed, put people online. Let's hear it for himself. Don't hear it from me. That's what he wrote, not me. So let me put it up what Milton Teje wrote. All right, let's look at that first. Let me take that bullet point down so you can hear what Milton Teje wrote. All right, Milton Teje, right, in Sinoe County. Over the past 1 week, we toured the sea coast of Sinoe County, Dube River Statutory District, celebrating the Independence Day. Together with citizens of the district. Milton Teje wanted to say, part of our job is reaching out to our people, regardless of how difficult it is to reach and hear their concerns They're having interactions of ways to resolve those or these concerns together. All right. This man, since he became senator, almost 9 years, almost over now. This is the first time going to the people. It's election time getting closer. So now he said, we'll go to you because you know why the people don't get rolled. Let me read that again. He said something. Part of our job is reaching out to our people, regardless of how difficult it is to reach. Okay. Why is it difficult to reach the people? It is because Milton Tiaje was giving money to build the roads and he ate the money. He built his private radio station, built a motel, built houses all over the place and putting NGOs inside to rent for him, building apartment complexes, and that's why no roads. And that's why it's difficult to get to the people. But the same man will come down and use that as campaign talking point. Okay, how it is, we'll still reach out, we'll find a way to reach them. You make that to be difficult to get to the people because you want to be for the people to be isolated. So that when you come later, so you can lie to them. That's why that's a strategy. These are criminals. That's what they do. All right. So you said to reach them, to hear them, their concerns, and having their concerns are new all over the place. The people don't have road number one. You ate the money. That's the concern. They don't have to explain that to you. When the people gave you almost $4 million, United States dollars, Honor Ellen Johnson said when you're superintendent, he had the money. He didn't clean one road. And now you're telling them they are hard to reach. It's your fault. You were the superintendent. They gave you all that money. Honor Ellen, the NGOs, I mean, the international organization, the different government, they were pumping money in the country. You guys ate the people money and can't tell nonsense and wrote this thing. It was an amazing experience walking and sailing from town to town, initiating projects, some of which are listed below. Okay, Milton, tell you come and tell now. Come and tell. Not people own money or you want to run campaign with the money. Let me tell the people of Sinoe County what Milton Tiaje is doing for you is not a favor. It's your money that he stole that he bring it back to you. It's not something that you should vote for him. All right, Milton Tiaje, you're not using it for your own money. If somebody stole your money and bring it back to you, it's not a favor the person doing you. They are giving you what they stole from you. It's not something for you to vote for that person. All right. So Milton said number one. Seaton Gian, I don't know those name. Ewer Point, passing through Lower Dewar and toward to Yubert Point. I don't know, providing asset for motor road for the first time in those community. The highway between okay. The highway being constructed is to be named George Weah Milton Tiaje Highway. Okay, so that's why I put the border point, my talking point here. They're coming, Milton Tiaje building highway with machete, with cutlasses, because no machine over there. The money they gave you to get machine when you were superintendent ate the money. So Milton Tiaje right now using hands. He gave the people machete and bought machete to build 12 lanes highway, 12 lanes, 6 on one side, 6 on one side. So right now is that highway is called that Tiaje is constructing right now is called George Weah and Milton Tiaje Highway. Okay, all right. A highway in the sense here, the path. Okay, path, a little road. That was Milton Tiaje in the language in the hair, corrupt hair of Milton Tiaje, that's considered highway. Milton was in the Americas. He was in the United States. He knows how highway looks like. But when they go to our people over there, they do quality stuff. They'll get the people machete and they say the highway. The major road from Sinoe or from Buchanan to Sinoe or from Grand Gila to Sinoe, there is no highway. You won't build highway in the jungle where you walk, you use a motorbike to go there. And they they eat the money and they can't talk lies and talk nonsense to the people. And the people will be clapping for them. So Milton Tiaje saying building highway for the people in Sinoe County. That's nonsense. 8-room clinic construction, which has already begun. Okay, I'm not building clinic. They made all the inside of the people. When you read the LCC report, right? They approved the Sinoe County Development Council. They approved 73 projects. If I'm not, maybe 3 or 4. Of that 74 projects or 73 projects, Milton Teje undertook 6 projects. Out of the 6 projects, Milton Teje abandoned 6 out of the 12. Out of the 6 he undertook, he abandoned another 3. Okay, the other one was, according to the people report, it was somewhere inaccessible because of the bad road condition. Even though they gave him the money to build the roads, he ate the money. Okay, so out of 72 projects, according to the report, Milton Teje only completed 1 project. 1 out of 74, out of 74 projects, the man completed only 1 project. And the man is now telling us, and those projects included clinics and hospitals and those things. Their man abandoned all those things. But now Milton Teje, now he wants re-election. So he said, oh, I'm building clinic now in Sinoe County. This thing will not pass. Milton Teje, this will not save you the coming election. We will tell the people, because I will be on the ground. And my station will still be running. We will be relaying the show. I will be physically on the ground. All my equipment will be in Labrador. I will share everything there. We will make sure and go from village to village, town to town, to educate our people. The lies you guys have been holding our people lives back, what would it last forever? And we will not allow it to continue. No. I will not. That's how you put it. So Milton Teje number 2 there, he's saying, talking about clinic construction now. Now election time, Milton Teje won't build clinic. Nana Crew, he said he won't build Martin High School now, okay? After he finished using the poor money and build private school for his scale and call it Milton Teje High School, all right? Now Milton Teje won't get re-elected. He said, now you got, after almost 9 years in office, I wasted your children's life, now I come in base school for you, okay? With the money that I stole, all right? Milton Teje is a horrible man. That's a horrible man. So you come and get a new highway in Sinoe. Then he also said, he come in, where he said here, something I wanted to read to you. King Williamstown, Modern Junior High School, he come in build. I don't know where he getting all the money from now. The man store, I told you his store, right? SHADRACH crew, a Modern Junior High School construction project, 7.6 million LD. This one right here, Milton Teje said, in the King Williamstown construction, contributing 150K here. Okay, that's why he's spending on the other side. SHADRACH crew, 7.6 million. Okay, Milton just dividing money. He get all of a sudden this broke man now. He's a rich man now. He's dividing money. 6. All right, 6. Providing 4 scholarships for King Williamstown. Okay, this is the man that instructed OTHELLO KOJO, the Ghana man right here, to take people from scholarship. Now he providing scholarship. All right, you see it now. Election time now. Milton Teje ready to lie to the people now. All right, he goes on to say, SHADRACH crew providing the next one, number 6, providing for scholarship, 4 scholarship for those students. 4. All right, after 6 years, almost 9 years, he now gave 4 students scholarship. Now what he about to do now, so he can get votes. Number 7, Fishtown. Milton Teje say Morning Elementary School renovation contributed to over here. He's saying 100K here. All right, the man just divided money. Number 8, he went here. 017 Gemma made power saw. Now he donated power saw on his side. Oh, it's also old school thing in the man. They don't want to upgrade our people like power saw. That's something he reporting here. Then cement, talking about cement donation for the completion of that, whatever that says, 25 bags. All right, Milton Teje goes ahead to say, listen, this is what Milton Teje continues to say. All of the above projects are already ongoing as we speak, including the highway and everything, right? You're doing highway, everything on construction right now, Milton Teje saying, as we speak, and costs of projects are different from cash donations made to these various communities during the tour. A total of approximately 1.3 million Liberian dollars cash. He didn't say the pledge, he said cash. Milton Teje telling you cash. 1.3 million cash was given out in cash as you travel from town to town. More to come as traveling notes are reviewed, okay? So Milton Teje now is a rich man, broke man. So this is the corrupt man we have in the country. He just dividing money now. And he thinks dividing the people, giving the people money back to them is a favor he's doing them, and they will re-elect him. No, Milton tells you, lying to yourself, brother. You are not going to be re-elected in Sinoe County when I am alive and well. I'm not going to. It was not. This is not going to happen. Milton tells you cannot steal our money, and then you want to use the same money to run campaign. Acting doing favor, doing favor for us. You're not doing your favor. You got to understand that the people of Sinoe County, the man is not doing your favor. He just wants power so he can continue to steal. That's all he wants to do. Why for the past almost 9 years the man buying power, he not buy power source for you. Why? He didn't build highway for you. And then it's almost 2023 now. He won't buy. He talking about building George Weah and Milton Teddy Highway with Qualexes. All right, for Qualexes in building highway, 6 instead 12 lanes. 12-lane highway, Milton Teddy building now. 6 on the other side. The other 6 for Milton Teddy. The other 6 on the side for George Weah. Yes. We in trouble with criminals in power. All right. When the leaders, they lack vision, the people perish, the people suffer. The Bible is correct. These are some of the visionless leaders we have in Liberia for which the country is suffering like that. Criminals in power. When you elect a man, next time someone will just keep quiet because then you want poverty. You love poverty. There's a book written by Greg Mills, Why Africa is Poor and what African can do about it. And he said poverty right now is the choice of the leaders. That's what the author said. Poverty right now is the choice of the leader for the people to be poor. The likes of TJ, the poverty in Sinoe County is the choice for them because they use it to remain in power. Because when they educate you, when your place is open, they can't fool you easily. So they want to keep you in the darkness. When they gave you the money, when the government gave them the money, they eat the money. They use it for their own purposes. Then campaign time, they will carry the small thing. 1.3 million Liberian dollars is $7,000. It's nothing. They get a man $4 million for you. $4 United States million according to the report. And the man is giving you $7,000 United States dollars. It's not even a fraction of the money he stole from you. The $50,000 even you stole from the co-fund, he hasn't paid yet. And you're talking about bragging about 1.3 million Liberian dollars, $7,000. That's why you're bragging about. The recent $30,000 he took from the government, that portion, he didn't even give you a fraction of that. That $7,000 he took from $30,000. He called over there bragging. He took it from your budget. The money is for you. It's not for him. He did not work for that money. Milton Teddy did not work for the money. These criminals, those are the people praise back. I will call it. The man is a renowned felon. He's a convicted felon in Liberia, in Africa as a whole. Just Google. You don't have to take it from me. Google Milton Teddy and you will see the crimes they committed. All over the place. And he run a campaign. Let me show you something here. I want to show you this. I mean, like, it's amazing, man. Liberia, we have these people in power. We're not going nowhere. LSCC welcome co-ruling. Founding Senator Milton Teddy guilty. All right. This one, the organization here, they call, let me see, the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. You see over here, they call it for the acronym Center. Once Senator Tiaje investigated over bribery allegation. I mean, everywhere, just go Google. The man is all over the place. He's the most corrupt man in that country. Yes, everywhere. All you have to do is just Google. You see all the crimes the man committed in that place, stealing from the people. Yeah, broke man. You know how damn the man walking all over the place. Nowhere, no food to eat. You need to go on radio and cuss Ellen Johnson-Sally all day to keep him quiet. Ellen Johnson-Sally, main superintendent, say, "Big O, I call it." That's all I wanted. The man calling now Milton Teddy is he got private school, he got motel, he running, he got horses, he got NGOs in them, he got he got present horses all over the place. Stole the people money. Now he can't get $7,000 and saying bragging about it. 1.3 million catch. Okay, you know the man likes to brag now. So these are the criminals. I will deal with these guys then one by one. All the criminals over there that are bragging about helping you, they're not helping you. They are not doing you a favor. They are making you poorer and poorer, poorer and poorer. That's what they're doing. All they're doing, you see the pool, the real food is on the table, right? But the guys, they will put you on the table, then they pull draft on the money, they give it to you. That's what Milton TJ is doing. All right. So the one that draft on him, he give it to you. That's why you eat. Because you're not important to him. All right. That's what Milton TJ is doing to you right now. You remember the guy is doing everything to win the election. And so he will be in the water and doing rituals and all these things. You see the man? He's doing ritual and all the different things he's doing just to win election. The man is a wizard. It's a voodoo man, hardcore African voodoo man. That he just does all the weird stuff. Bad man. Terrible. See? That's it. I wrote a whole article. If you don't know what some of these things means, I got all the books here that I read. They explain some of these rituals that tell you to do. If you want to learn about this thing, they call wickedism. Just go on wickedism. You go on for Amazon, Google. You get books on those things. They will explain all these things they are doing. You know, what he's doing is called aquatic necromancy. Aquatic necromancy is what aqua. You know, aqua is water. Necromancy. They say they got the dead people, right? So he used the water to invoke their spirit, to communicate with them. That's why he's doing here aquatic necromancy. That's what he's doing here. Or if you want another word for it, it's called hydro-necromancy. That's what he's doing. And nothing. So this thing, they are all over the place. You can read about it. I don't eat it, but I just read to know some of these things. So when you read the hand waver, what you're doing, they will explain all that thing to you. So it just spend some time and read. The guys are terrible, terrible people. Yeah. Hydromancy. Just do a research and read about hydromancy, what they do. Exactly what Milton was doing over there. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you for today. I want to say thank you so much for joining Voice of Sinoe. Sorry, we'll have a long show. You know, when we'll have guests, we don't have show to explain certain things to you. So when we'll have one show, we'll have to start to go a little longer. But now, tomorrow I have a guest. I have one Morris Sua from Liberia. He will be my guest tomorrow. I want to speak on the issue of the Sapo National Park and the conflict between the FDA and the citizens and those stuff. You know, you'll be here tomorrow to explain a lot of things. The petition, the road, and all of that, and what is going on with the Sapo National Park, you know, how the people are being treated. So Morris Sua will be my guest tomorrow. Let me show you the gentleman I'm talking about here. Morris Sua right here. You will be my guest tomorrow. Yeah, you'll be here I'll do the communication later. And also in the e-link, I have Reverend Ferguson Tobo. Morris will be my special guest evening hours around 7 p.m. Since Morris is in Liberia, we'll schedule the show a little early so it will not be dark on his side. All right, so you got to follow the show tomorrow. I talked to the brother. He's smart. He sounds very smart. He seems smart and stuff like that. And so we'll talk to the brother, have a good conversation, relative to Sinoe County and our people. All right, so join me tomorrow. Morris will be here with me. I don't have Reverend Tobo, the second guest. Reverend Tobo is also will be on my platform tomorrow, so we can talk the United Sapo Association, the conflict in the union, and leadership. Actually, that's what Reverend Tobo wants to talk about tomorrow. The conflict in the USAA and leadership. So those are two things that you'll be talking about. And then Morris Sua will be talking about the situation, the saga, what is going on between the people of Sinoe County and the Sapo National parties are going on over there. All right. That being said, I want to say thank you for joining me and really, really appreciate all of you. Thanks for following us both on YouTube. If you're following YouTube, just also do that. Give us some. Just go there and hit subscribe. We will actually appreciate that too. You know, YouTube wants to get more viewers. You know, this program can also be monetized. Imagine all the people from Sinoe County, all of you go on YouTube. You just subscribe. You know, I get 1 million viewers. You know what will happen to Voice of Sinoe? We'll get a lot of money coming in. We can also open some stations back home and employ people. That's another way of employment. So let your friend know. Y'all go look for Madison Freeman on YouTube. Subscribe. Let's get all the people in Sinoe County to subscribe to Voice of Sinoe. Then we'll get some money coming in. Right now, I'm running the show by myself. You know, so we're doing something to expand the show, to get some people from back home, get our station, our correspondents from back home. And right now, we got people that are just giving us information, but we'll be bringing the correspondence in here. You know, so if you have desire to be on the show, to be one of the persons back home, don't hesitate to inbox me, and we are here. I want people that are trustworthy. I don't want somebody who would not be consistent. I want consistent people who will be really passionate about doing the job, you know. All right, so that's it that I have for you today, and we will talk later again. So, Blende. Yeah, guys, we must come together. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.